Yeah, the who's who of football in the press box this evening. So we are underway. Yeovil have a throw in far side the left, and Wannell will throw it in. Aldershot get back possession, and they fire a ball over on this near hand side. That's Captain Riddington will take in his hands out of bounds. Yeovil throw near side the right, and it will be Morgan Williams who's just going to wipe the ball with the underside of his green and white shirt. As we mentioned, fairly still here, but the sprinklers have been on, so the ball might be a little bit wet.
Yeah, I think I remember back a few years back, Ruben Reid always used to say we wanted to start with a bit of blind fury, just 10 minutes of just front foot football, and just we all know where it's going, same page, and it'd be nice to see Yeovil get off the mark like that, to be honest.
Yeah, names like Ruben Reid and Josh Staunton, it always brings back good memories for Yeovil Town. We have Josh Staunton in the commentary box this evening for Aldershot against Yeovil. They were about to mount a bit of an attack there, Yeovil, but it was petered out by Aldershot, and Yeovil win another throw in on this near hand side the right. Williams will throw in, and Sims is in battle with Hill. Hill will just poke it out, so another throw in for the green and white far up the pitch.
I think that could be a match-up right there tonight. Josh Sims down that right hand side against Hill. Hill is predominantly a winger, I'd always said, and looks like he's kind of balancing off as a wing back himself, so it's going to be a bit of cat and mouse there, see who comes out on top. Yeah,
number 19 on his back, 10 appearances, 4 goals for one Ryan Hill. Ball down this near hand side towards Olorabore from Williams, stops the ball just by the corner flag. It's got Sims on the overlap, won't use him, goes towards the byline, whips a cross in, and it goes towards the 18-yard line. That's well defended by Aldershot in these opening 2 minutes, 0-0.
Obviously, ex-Yeovil affiliate is in Cameron Hargreaves' there, Chris Hargreaves' son. So that's another Yeovil relation we got there.
Bit of a wayward clearance from Wannell that had to get Jed Ward on his toes, and that's good defensive work from James Price, going to steam down that far hand side the left and win the ball back from Aldershot, but turnover in players, I say that, and it will be Dejan Tatek on the ball far side the right for Aldershot. Infield now, Riddington to Barrett, and Hill on this near hand side, just in contention with Sims, going to put a low cross in, and it's had to be dealt with by Morgan Williams. First corner, I believe, of the evening, and it goes to Aldershot on the near hand side.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch Barrett play tonight. I've heard some good things about him. I've never actually played against him, but very technically gifted player. So hoping for, well, not hoping for from a Yeovil point of view, but just hoping to see a bit of magic here and there to kind of show me what he's about. But I think it's important tonight Yeovil get the boxing midfield right, the way they've set up, or else it could be a double up down the side kind of night.
Left arm goes up on this near hand side, ball is whipped in and dealt with over the bar, though. A shot there from Aldershot. I believe it was RG Taylor who got the final hit towards goal. It was always rising, always over the bar, but warning signs for Yeovil Town as we approach 4 minutes played, 0-0. Yeah, Josh Barrett, as you mentioned, I think I've watched him at Aldershot maybe for 2.5 seasons, and I remember the first time I saw him was at Hewish Park. What a player. And Yeovil lose the ball to Barrett, actually, and forward they come as Tetek tries to get a ball in on this near hand side, defended by Williams, and Sims will come out with the ball. Olorabore tries to go past one and does, sits down Riddington as he drives forward. Olorabore just inside the centre circle in Aldershot's half, tries that pass towards the far hand side, but it's won back by Cousin Dawson, and Sims going to roll the ball infield, tries to find Olorabore, but tackled by Aldershot with Barrett on the ball. This near hand side now for Aldershot. What a ball as well, has had to be intercepted by McCormick. Only goes as far as Thomas, and Barrett once again this left hand side towards the byline. Puts it in, or is going to put it in on his right, uses his left, and away by Wannell with his head. Yeah, special player is Josh Barrett. 2 goals this season so far. Just is able to, as you say, Staunts, provide that little bit of magic here or there.
Yeah, he definitely looks like kind of they're just giving the ball, don't they?
Yeah.
Feed him the ball and just wait for things to happen. So,
and he does. He's going to release a bit of a curled effort towards goal. Why not?
Yeah, I think the boys have got to go forward a bit for the first 10. that first one, giving the ball away on the edge of the box, kind of just fills Aldershot with encouragement and that nervous tension. I think Jed Ward's made the call now to send everyone up, and I think it's very, very easy if you get into that mindset. Tavon Campbell up front's going to be extremely isolated if you just keep playing on the edge of the box. So I think first 10, get bodies around him, get Aldershot pinned on the back foot, and look to play forward at every opportunity, really.
Blind fury, was it Rube said?
Yeah, Rube said.
Yeah, hoping Yeovil can provide that in these opening 6 minutes here at the Recreation Ground. Aldershot 0, Yeovil 0 is the score if you're just joining us on BBC Radio Somerset. Ball is back with Claridge. James Claridge, the 21-year-old, 9 appearances, 2 goals for him in the back line for Aldershot, and Barrett comes forward for the shots once again, loses the ball, but it is with Hargreaves in the centre of midfield. Taylor to Barrett, wide on this left, the near hand side with Ryan Hill. He's got Josh Sims ahead of him, going to look to stand him up, puts the ball in towards Thomas, gets the head to it, but it's a looped ball towards the hands of Jed Ward, and he will pick up. 6.5 minutes played here, 0-0.
Yeah, I think Yeovil have got to be really, really intelligent with how they pick up Josh Barrett tonight. He's just picking up that hole between the centre halves and the 2 deep line midfielders, and it's a long way for the outside centre half to go. So I think you've got a defensive player in Cousin Dawson's in there. I'd almost just sit him deeper and let and try and squeeze that space a bit. You look at the space picking up every single time.
So forward come Aldershot. Hill in the box now, tries to fake shot and get past Williams. Jed Ward can't get that in 2 hands. It will roll up for a goal kick, but nervy times there for Yeovil as Hill was on the attack.
Yeah, it was good defending in the end, to be fair. I think it was Morgs kind of ushered him through. But I think one of the senior boys just needs to just grab the squad by the scruff of their neck here and just kind of calm everything down. We haven't really had much consistent possession in that second half in the first 10 minutes, in their half in the first 10 minutes.
Is that what you'd be doing as a senior player, former captain? You'd be just steadying your squad basically for the opening 10.
I think that's a prime example there. I think we've won a free kick now 40 odd yards out. We have an opportunity to build the whole team into our half, whether you want to lump in the box or whether you want to just build a bit of possession in that middle to final third. I think it's important territory in a game like this after the 48 hours Yeovil have had is really important. I think if you start on the back foot, it's very hard to change that.
Stability has been the key word. McCormick with this free kick then, right foot in, or outswinger rather, towards the head of Morgan Williams, but he can't win it. Gets the ball back though on the second attempt, far side the left now for Yeovil. He drive towards the byline, put the low ball in, and it was almost on the head of Marias. If he was a couple inches taller, he might have headed that towards goal. It's over the head of Marias and out for a throw in near hand side.
That was good work from Morgs. He's done well for head it and kick it centre half now. I'm joking. He's done very well there to put a dangerous ball in. I'm just very cautious of Barrett at the moment. I'm just thinking the positions he's taken up is going to be extremely difficult to mark. And I'm seeing a massive gap between midfield and back 3. I think they could. It's a dangerous game here.
Yeah, at times he ushers towards almost front 2 with him and Kwame Thomas, but he's just sat behind him at the moment. They fire a ball towards Thomas. There's a bit of a shirt pull there from Ferguson and Thomas as Jed Ward comes out of his area and will boot this ball forward. 9 minutes played and Campbell or Oluwabore is offside, so official on this near hand side will give a free kick to Aldershot. 0-0, 9 minutes played. Is Riddington going to take this one short? No, it leaves it. Going to be Jed Meerholtz, the number 14 on loan from Bristol City. 9 appearances, 1 goal for this left-sided fullback towards Ryan Hill, and he'll get the better of Josh Sims, but Morgan Williams comes across and helps out his defence, passes back to Jed Ward, and he'll use his right foot to clear forward once again off the head of Riddington, and McCormick can't quite get the feet on it that he can, and nice roulette turn there from Barra on this inside left channel. Hill, Riddington drives towards goal, as I say, on the inside left, and Maka will pick this up for Yeovil Town. Receives the ball again, goes down, wins Yeovil a free kick.
Yeah, he's done well there, Maka, to be fair. Received that in quite a difficult position.
Yeah,
I think Yeovil just got to be careful in the middle of the pitch. They're massively underloaded in there with Moraes Andrew obviously playing a little bit higher. It's almost a 2v4 at times, so got to be really careful and give up the middle of the pitch.
Oh, they've done that here, and Josh Barrett sees Jed Ward off his line, goes for the audacious, but Jed Ward sees that all the way. That's the thing with Josh Barrett, he just has fun. Like, he just looks like he has fun when he plays football.
Yeah, and I think he's probably earned the right from his teammates to be allowed to try a chip from 35 yards and just dink it back to the goalie. So, but yeah, he definitely does. He definitely plays that. It's nice to watch, isn't it?
It really is. Yeovil trying to come forward, far hand side the left, and Marias will pick the ball up as well. Drives inside the box. Marias takes a shot, well saved, and towards goal. It's gone in. Yeovil have scored. Tavon Campbell gets the final touch. Marias initially takes the shot on that far hand side the left, comes off of the keeper, rebounded towards Campbell, and on 11 minutes Yeovil are in front. It's Aldershot 0, Yeovil 1.
Not quite sure how that went in, to be honest, Josh, but it took a few ricochets, but it just crept in. Everyone was kind of looking at each other, weren't they? But look, we'll take it any way we can. I think that was about as good as we could hope for in the first 10 minutes to get a chance, a little bit against a run of play, but it's a chance nonetheless. And by hook or by crook, it's ended up in the goal, and that'll do massive things for the boys. That'll be really, really good for the spirits. I'm pleased for him because it's just the players aren't culpable for the last 48 hours, and sometimes they're stuck in the heat of it. Do you know what I mean? They're the ones in the heat of the battle, and it's nice for them to get a goal. And I think it was Campbell probably claim it, and fair play. Yeah, good finish.
Yeah, it might come off an Aldershot defender on the way in, and as you say, Staunce, very much kind of, be it what you want to call it, against the run of play, it came out of nothing, and it was a bit of a delayed reaction from both us here and the Yeovil fans away to our left-hand side, who just saw that ball roll across the goal line and end up in the bottom right-hand corner, 1-0.
Yeah, well, if that was slow motion to us, imagine what it must have felt like out there. That must have felt like it took an eternity to go in. But I think it's really important the boys stay on the front foot still here. I don't want to just see us go in and contain and try and like protect what we've got, because there's more from here.
Ball over the top. Surrey Staunce as Hargreaves tries to, he can't sort his feet out and push a ball towards goal. Sims can only clear it as far as Ryan Hill, who cuts inside and goes towards the byline. Going to put a low ball in, and it's across the face, a goal for everyone. Down goes Marias and wins Yeovil Town a free kick. Sorry, Staunce.
No. It was, look, I sound like a Josh Barrett. Is his name Josh?
Josh Barrett.
Yeah,
yes.
I sound like a Josh Barrett fan at the moment. But I think, to be honest, it's really, really important. Someone takes the responsibility and just locks him up.
Yeah.
I'd almost be tempted to want to narrow off the two boys up top and try and like say to one of the boys, you can just follow him round a bit almost for the next 10 minutes, just try and nullify him, because he's getting in real little pockets which no one can really pick up. And even there, he drifted to the edge of the box, and centre half can't step out, and the midfielders are concentrating on the midfielders, so someone's got to take responsibility for him.
So Riddington goes down off the pole there on the midriff from Campbell. So Aldershot win a free kick. 13, approaching 14 minutes played here at the Recreation Ground. Aldershot 0, Yeovil 1. Goal on 11 minutes by one Tavon Campbell. Yeah, it really came from a defensive mistake as well. Just an errant pass in the back line, and Marias was able to pick it up, take the initial shot, which was, you know, if you're going to look to be kind of pernickety here, it was a little bit poor towards just the bottom of Dewhurst's body. He was able to get down low and save, which is always the thing for a keeper, and Tavon Campbell was the first to it.
To be honest, Josh, it was my first mistake of commentary. Well, it may have been many mistakes in already.
Oh, not at all.
I wasn't actually watching. I was watching this end. I was watching the boys off the ball when he nicked it, because it was that inconspicuous, really, wasn't it? It wasn't much of a threat for Aldershot.
That's not a mistake, Josh. I'll tell you when you make one. I've made a lot in my short time on the airwaves here at Radio Somerset. Won't be my first, won't be my last.
But that's better. Even just that, just spinning it down the back of them, all of a sudden their territory, we're playing in the middle third, and I think that's what the team needs for the next 5 minutes.
Yeovil have a throw in on this near side, the right, and Sims with the ball in his right hand just puts it over his head and will throw it in towards Campbell, who chest down, back to Sims, rolls the ball forward, puts a low ball in as well, falls to the feet of Marias, and McCormick can't sort his feet out, almost falls over when he's trying to take that shot. But Yeovil still in possession with Plant far side the left. He's going to cut infield. James Plant, good save from Dewhurst there. And if that ball was lucky and fell to the feet of Marais, it would have been 2. It didn't.
I think we've got to go for the gun here. I don't think these are particularly great at defending crosses. There's a lot of errant bodies in there, not doing a great deal. I think that'd be my message. Kind of slide it down the side of them. Let's cross for the next 10-15 minutes. Let's get as many balls in the box. I don't look particularly adept at dealing with them, to be honest.
Yes, the old Tamworth approach, really. On Saturday, Tamworth were very keen about putting the ball in, and inevitably what scored their goal as Oluwabore picks possession from Aldershot, and Oluwabore still great save from Dewhurst down low at his near hand post. Oluwabore just saw the space in front of him, ran into it, and almost got a goal on this near post corner.
That's what Andrew's about, though, isn't it? He always has been about that, and he's probably a bit more of a polished diamond at these days than he was when I first played with him. He's got pace to burn and a lovely smile to go with it, and and hopefully he's put that little bit of end product on it, and that's encouraging signs there. He just eats up the grass so quick in front of him.
Yeah, he was probably 19 when you played with Andrew Oluwabore?
Yeah, he was a real baby, wasn't he? He had a great smile. I've got a picture on my phone. I send it to him all the time.
Ball comes in, and it's just off the top of the head of Williams. Back in though, Williams, and it will go wide. It's off the feet of an Aldershot defender. Corner again for Yeovil, far hand side. Yeah, you mentioned to Jack, I think a couple of Fridays ago on Somerset Sport, that he does have the nicest smile in football. He
does. I've actually got the picture. I've got a picture to go with it. I've got it. And every time he signs for a new club, I just send him the picture and just wish him luck. But he really has, and what a lovely lad as well he is to go with it. So he's one of them kids you want to see go on and do well. So
awaiting his first goal in a Yeovil shirt this season. Almost got it a couple of moments ago. Yeovil have a far-sided corner, floated in and punched away by Dewhurst. Was able to command his box there. Back in though by McCormick. It does fall actually now to Williams on the back post. Cuts inside, tries a shot. It was always falling backwards, was Morgan Williams, and it was picked up by Marcus Dewhurst in goal. Approaching 18 minutes played here. Aldershot 0, Yeovil 1.
That's good bit of pressure there. Just a few back-to-back corners and balls in the box, and they really don't look comfortable when that ball's coming in. The way they're set up, they're kind of, I don't know if they're marking men or space, but there's definitely opportunities there for Yeovil tonight.
That's the voice of former Yeovil Town captain and former Yeovil Town manager Josh Staunton on the call with us. You laugh when I say manager, don't you?
I think we'll use that very loosely.
How many games?
My record is it's pretty clean, isn't it? No,
it's 100%, isn't it?
Yeah, it was good fun. That was a good lesson. It was a good lesson.
Yeah.
So I learnt a lot from those week or so, 2 weeks, whatever it was.
Yeah. Forward come Aldershot. Kwame Thomas pokes the ball over on this near hand side, the left for Barrett. Scott Williams puts a low ball in and away by Yeovil Town. McCormick with the last touch on that. I think that comes off of Hill, so it should be a Yeovil throw. It is on this near hand side. Yeah, we mentioned like inside the first 10, Aldershot mainly had most of the possession. They were coming forward with the ball a lot. It's flipped on its head in this next 10 minutes. Yeah,
the goals change games, didn't they? All of a sudden Yeovil have got a spring in their step, and Aldershot have gone a lot more cautious. Every decision they make comes from a defensive mistake. So every kind of action they've made since has had that little air of caution on it and what if. So it definitely swung the momentum, but it's been all good for Yeovil since, really. Loads of free kicks, loads of kind of spoilt the next 5 minutes afterwards, and Aldershot haven't really got to the levels they started at.
Free kick won by Yeovil. Oluwabore went down on a slight push. So McCormick will take this free kick just inside their own half here at the recreation ground as the very dark blue changes to a very black above us on a dry Wednesday evening. Dry and still Wednesday evening. Approaching 20 minutes.
It's actually a very nice view out there.
It is.
Like with them trees with the light on it. It's very picturesque. I've only ever been on the pitch. I've never focused on that.
This is it. Yeah, you get a whole new view when you're
I'm liking it.
New career potentially.
But I'll bring a camera out here next time.
That ball fired over from Dewhurst towards the Aldershot attack, headed on towards Barrett, but Williams will side foot it forwards. Over the top there from Cousin Dawson. Think Oluwabore's offside.
No.
Flag stays down. Oluwabore wins out off the challenge from Taylor. Marias cuts inside, takes a shot, and it's 2! Marias gets his 4th of the season. Again, I think it comes off of an Aldershot body on the way through. That doesn't matter. Approaching 21 minutes. It's Aldershot 0, Yeovil 2.
That is about as easy as it's going to get, really.
Yeah.
I think there's no thrills to that one. I think it's a case of just more of the same.
Yeah.
To be honest, because Aldershot really don't look comfortable dealing with anything long, direct. I think if you pass it around, they kind of initiate a press, whereas you just miss that press out, they look very, very uncomfortable. And I think they're playing a 3, aren't they? It's kind of like a lopsided 3 at the back, and neither of the 3 are particularly aerial dominant. And Tavon's a big lad, and he's kind of, all 3 of them are penned back on him, and it allows the 2 wide boys to run off him. And as you've seen there, one ball over the top, Andrew's pace takes him in behind, and they're really all over the place defensively, to be honest.
Yeah, Junior Marias, as I say, his 4th goal of the season. 10 appearances, 1 at Gateshead, 1 at Halifax, 1 at Solihull, and 1 here tonight against Aldershot Town. It's been a man renewed at Yeovil Town as Junior Marias.
He's looked very good since he's come in, hasn't he? He was always a very hard player to play against because of his stature and his low centre of gravity, and it's nice to see him come in and do well here.
Ball, a cross-field ball towards the far-hand side for Aldershot. They chest it down, but can't win anything on the second attempt. Ball down the line towards Campbell, who can't get that over Matt Penny, who we've not talked about too much this evening. I suppose he's not really had... I said he's not had a lot to do. I know that Yeovil are 2-0 up, so in theory, I guess he has had a lot to do, but we've just not seen a lot of him, and that's down to the Yeovil Town attack being so good. They're in and behind, and as you say, Staunce, ball over the top, and that's happened 2 times now.
Yeah, their 3 is kind of having to deal with Yeovil's 1 and a 2, if that makes sense. So essentially they're 3, and they're getting no help. Their fullbacks are staying like wingers, and they're kind of just any sort of ball forward, leaving 1-on-1, and it's a lotter every time it goes up. And unfortunately, the last few times it's definitely fallen to Yeovil, and look at the gain in territory. I mean, all of a sudden we've gone from playing on the edge of our box to the edge of their box just by going one pass a bit further forward.
Outside the left, ball in towards the 18-yard box. Another shot towards goal. It's going to be picked up by Sims, and it's just wide. Sims should be scoring there, really. It's unfortunate that Yeovil have not gone 3 up here. It was pretty much an open goal for Josh Sims. Just slices it, and it goes across the face of goal and wide of Dewhurst's left post.
Yeah, if we're being critical, I think you probably should score that. It was just dragged it a bit, didn't he? Probably wasn't expecting it to come to him and just snatched at it. But I think there's more goals out here from Yeovil. I've seen enough in the first 25 minutes to say this Aldershot team is going to concede some goals, and it looks like it could be tonight. The shape match-up is not working for him. If I was their manager, I'd be looking to change something. Back 4, I'd be definitely going to a back 4. I don't know why they're persisting with this back 3. It's just highlighting every flaw they have, I think.
Tommy Riddington down on the technical area, just away to our left-hand side in that very nice suit of his. I don't know why managers don't often wear suits more, to be fair.
It does look very smart, doesn't it? It does look extremely smart.
I suppose he had to buy it for Wembley and has just kept it since last season.
I'll tell you, these managers are superstitious, aren't they? Put anything in football, so he's probably won in it, and he just doesn't want to change out of it, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
We've all got our superstitions.
It must stink, to be fair, if he's not watched it. Barrett comes forward now for Aldershot, near side the left. Hill picks it up.
But
even
now they're leaving Tavon 1-on-1 with the number 15, and it is pretty kamikaze stuff at the moment from Aldershot.
And as you mentioned earlier, Staunce, they're not the biggest of centre halves either. You think about Tamworth have got Hayden Hollis, who's massive, and Braintree have quite good tall centre backs, and again Yeovil come forward. Oluwabore screaming for it. It doesn't matter. Macca 3-0. Luke McCormick with his 3rd in 4. Slides towards the far side corner flag. Easy as you like. On the break. Curling shot towards the bottom right hand corner. 25 minutes played. Aldershot 0. Yeovil 3.
was a really nice finish from Maka. I actually played with Maka's brother, so shout out to my Maka. But that was a really nice finish. Very, very calm in front of goal. But that is as easy as you're going to get, isn't it? That is literally just a ball down the side, two men running after it, and these are all over the place. I'm not surprised he's made a sub. I think it should have been 7 minutes ago, because they're all over the place.
Yeah, I mentioned before, we've not mentioned Matt Penny's name. We won't mention him anymore because he's coming off 2 appearances, 1 goal, and only has just started featuring at the start of this month. So he is off.
And is he a young lad, Josh?
He is. How old is he? 27.
I'd like to see a bit more guile and experience in just organising his back three there. I think they've basically lost the strikers of the game here, the defence.
So Ryan Jones comes on in place of Matt Penny, a midfielder for a defender. So you can see all the shots thinking here. And as Josh Staunton and I have been saying, it could be more for Yeovil. They could be 4 or 5 up, and we've only played just 26 and a half minutes.
Yeah, even now they've just left themselves one at the back. It is bizarre. You think you just bring 2 centre halves in, let them 2 deal with Tavon and work round him, but it's an absolute free for all back here. There's 50 yards of space for the boys to run into, and
that's exactly what Tavon Campbell's doing. He's going to play in Marias. It's a bit of a heavy ball. Campbell screams into the air. He's not happy with either himself or Marias being in either position.
But that's good intent from Tav. It's just it doesn't. All that pretty football's gone out the window with the way Aldershot just serving up space.
Yeah.
This is ludicrous.
Tetic comes forward inside right. Kwame Thomas holds up Ferguson. Hargreaves fizzes the ball far hand side the right. Tetic once again. Infield to Riddington. Passing the ball around. Barrett looks up. Sprays the ball near side the left. Jones gets his first introduction this evening. Runs towards the byline. Pushed away by Sims. Great physicality there from the number 19. And forward come Yeovil. Oluwabore chucks up. Eats up the turf in front of us. Is he going to get the better of the 14? He does. Oluwabore across goal. Almost his first for this season. He is clamouring for his first goal in a green and white shirt this season. Oluwabore fires a shot, and just whatever, snatches at it. It goes across goal. So unlucky there for Yeovil Town.
Yeah, that was a really good strike. I think when you're shooting from that angle, you're on fine margins anyway, and it's just gone the other side of the post. But it's really, really easy for Yeovil at the moment. That was just 2 passes and then shot on goal. Really,
they're just able to get in behind so easily. Be it because Aldershot, as you say, playing 3 at the back with no real commanding centre back.
The back 3 is just so wide.
Yeah.
And I get it, when you've got the ball, you've got to make the pitch big if you want to turn it into 3. But when you haven't got the ball, you've got to tuck in a bit and ask your full wing backs to do something. At the moment, it's just looks like 3 defenders versus the rest of the team. And even those 3 defenders, there's 30-yard gaps in between them.
Yeah, lots of space for Marias, Oluwabore, Campbell, as we've said all evening, as we approach 29 minutes played at the recreation ground. If you're just tuning in as a Yeovil fan, you'll be happy. Aldershot 0, Yeovil 3.
And doesn't really show any signs of changing, Josh. No. So it could be, I think you'd be pretty confident saying it could be a goal fest tonight for Yeovil if they stick to their guns and don't take a step backwards.
Now, I'm going to say this now, because we've been 3-0 up in the first half before. Let's not delve on that game too much earlier this season. Yeah,
I think it's really important that the boys just stick to their defence duties and don't get carried away. Defenders, it should be pride now in taking a clean sheet. That's what you've got to be targeting, not 7-2. Just try and turn this into a 5-0 and walk off here with another clean sheet, because I know they've kept a few this year.
Jones into Thomas, back out to Barrett. Tetic. And Yeovil able to defend and clear their lines. Oluwabore once again turns away, was going to use Campbell but goes back to Sims. Long ball over the top and out of play for Campbell. He's got a lot of work to do there.
Yeah, just the intents are right though. Recognising what's being successful and just keeping doing it. There's no harm in that. You're going to get the odd one wrong, and I think that's where Josh has showed his experience.
Hargreaves, 8 appearances, 2 goals this season. Started his career at Bristol Rovers. He's in the midfield for Aldershot. Tetek fires a ball into Thomas, who's just pushed back towards his halfway line. Down the line on the far side. Thomas heads on again. Calls a handball on the far side, but Ryan Hill can't get the better of Ferguson. Oluwabore just gets a little push there on from Mearholes, and Aldershot win the ball back. Poor pass in the midfield from Riddington. Oluwabore.
I'm really pleased for the boys, because this could easily have been, you can hear around us now the tension in the stands, and had it not gone our way first 10-15, that could easily be our players facing that. So it's nice for the boys, I think, just to kind of have a bit of relief from a pretty dreadful week for the football club.
Aldershot 0, Yeovil 3 is the greatest scoreline this evening in terms of the National League. Morecambe are a goal up at home to Halifax, and Boreham Wood, your old club, of course, 1-0 away at Scunthorpe United.
Yes, it's a really nip and tuck league this year, isn't it? I don't think there's obviously York looked very good last night, and Carlisle, that was a real good game, but it's going to be interesting for the rest of the rest, I think. Results like this definitely throw the cat amongst the pigeon in terms of stature of the league, because these are the sort of games that can really turn your season around. So I think this can build a lot of confidence for the boys if they continue doing the right thing.
Yeah, as it stands, 12th in the table are Yeovil, but as I say, we've only played 32 minutes. Aldershot 0, Yeovil 3. Goals from... Who scored? Who scored?
Tavon Campbell,
Marias and McCormick. Yes. Yeah. Shoved off the ball there. Oluwabore goes out for a goal kick for Aldershot.
And I know it sounds really, really basic, and we almost don't need to overplay. I know, like 3-0 up, you want to cruise and dominate the game. Yeah. We're hurting them more than when they have the ball. So you're better off trying to let them suck up a little bit of pressure, and then just let them get their defence get really, really split, and we'll just keep hurting them with 1 or 2 balls forward.
All 3 goals this evening have come down the inside left channel. McCormick probably scoring the nicest of the 3. Just a run, gets in behind the defence and calmly puts it into that bottom right hand corner.
Yeah, the first 2 were probably a bit scruffy. The first one exceptionally scruffy. The second one a little bit less scruffy, and the third one was a proper finish. So the next one's due to be a blinder, isn't it?
I was going to say 30-yard screamer. Here we go.
Yeah, we're moving in the right direction.
33 minutes played. Aldershot 0, Yeovil 3, and it's fairly pedestrian at the moment.
Yeah, those goals have completely taken the wind out of Aldershot's sails, haven't they? They look completely discombobulated.
Mearholes.
What a great word to use in football commentary.
You're first as well. Discombobulated. You've come out with that.
That's ridiculous. I just got to think the most random word.
But it works.
It does. It fits.
Yeah, the Aldershot fans around us are not happy with the football that the home team are playing.
No, someone needs to get hold of this left centre half at half time and just ask him if he actually wants to defend, because he just kind of marauds into the middle of the pitch, leaves his middle centre half completely isolated, and we're just hurting him every single time the ball goes forward. Well, that's why Oluwabore is having so much fun and space down this inside right channel. Barrett on the ball for Aldershot. Tetek. Archie Taylor, 28. Infield, Thomas picks the ball up, goes back to Tetek. Near hand side, picked up again by Sims. Turnover in play for Yeovil, and forward they come down this near hand side, the right. Down goes Sims on a push there from Ryan Jones. Free kick, Yeovil Town. Yeah, it's good position from Simsy there. I don't know. Are these a young team, this Aldershot team? It doesn't look like it.
I was doing my research this morning. There are a lot of 22-year-olds, a lot of 21s, but there are some experienced players in there. Will Nightingale, 30. I think James Claridge is 36. So there are some experienced heads. The free kick's taken quickly by McCormick towards Campbell.
They're just playing with a real air of naivety, aren't they? I think that's probably, you look at the goals, they've kind of been gifted to Yeovil, so I haven't had to work very hard for them at the moment.
Not at all. Yeah, Kwame Thomas, 29, Cam Hargreaves, 26. old enough to know better.
Yeah, I think, I don't know what the back line's like. I don't know age-wise, but it looks a bit like you said earlier. It just needs someone just to grab hold of it, I think, and just take some control.
You mentioned the near-sided fullback Jed Mearholes is only 19.
Yeah, and I think that kind of shows. I think you, as you get older, you kind of sense a bit of danger, and especially after the first one, you're trying to say, look, next 5-10 minutes, just stay in the game and kind of narrow off and shut up shop. And they've just gifted Yeovil two more easy goals, and it's a long way back from here, isn't it? But I won't tempt fate. Let's touch some wood.
Touch wood. Yeah.
I just want to see the boys push for more, keep going for more. I think it's a real good statement for them as a group of players that they're not going to be rocked by adversity.
Yeah, we mentioned what a good player and a good lad that Olawobore is. Would be nice for him to, in a comfortable, hopefully, I'm putting all the hope behind this, but at least comfortable half for Yeovil Town. You'd hope that Olawobore gets his first in a green and white shirt this season.
Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be a good night for him to do it. Again, like I say, it'll show the boys have got the character to stand up to adversity, and I want to see someone out there driving them on. Let's go and get, because there's more. This group's got more. It's even got more than this. So it's about now, like, finding it amongst yourselves. You know what I mean? If you feel like you're not getting much help from what's going on around you Monday to Friday, can they dig it out themselves?
Forward come Yeovil. Plant cuts inside, tries a shot from 30 yards out, blocked. Sims down line again. Plant switches from left to right. Step overs, low ball in towards. Is that Marias?
It was Olawobore. Yeah. Come flying across from the left midfield. So easy mistake in position-wise, but Junior stayed right out, hugging that opposite side.
Olawobore on the ball now. Ball in, low ball. McCormick gets that all wrong. It comes off the top of his boot and goes over the bar.
Yeah, another cross which Aldershot have failed to get first contact on. So they look very, very vulnerable. When they're running back to our own goal, they kind of just switch off. No one's locking onto a man, and you're just looking around, and you expect everything to fall to a Yeovil foot.
Just looking away to our left-hand side here. Manager Richard Dryden and assistant manager Jerry Gill both stood up, gesturing at their team, getting them in various positions and getting their team forward. Aldershot on the ball though, so they're going to have to do some defending.
And to be fair, Josh, it'll be good for them too as well.
Yeah.
Like that. Do you know what I mean? They've kind of been thrust in amongst it themselves, and it'll be really good for them to get off to a good start and kind of let the football do the talking rather than focusing on everything behind the scenes.
Long ball from Wonnell towards Campbell, but it's off the feet of Marias. He does well to push that round one side and go round the other of Archie Taylor. Olawobore stays on side, far side the left. Olawobore looks up, goes more central, gets past one, takes a shot, and it's wide. Sorry, Josh.
No, he done really well to stay on side there, because it was very easy to run offside and just drift away, and he done well, and he's unlucky not to get that first goal. If it's down to us, he'll get it tonight, wouldn't he?
Absolutely.
I just want to see that smile.
Yeah, you won't need the floodlights then.
No, I hope if only you knew me. If only you knew I was here, you could have given it, especially to me. Eh?
Yeah, I'm sure you'll catch up with the boys after the game as well, Staunce.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing some of the boys. It'd be good to see them.
Approaching 39 minutes here at the recreation ground. Aldershot 0, Yeovil 3. We've not had us talk about too much of what's on the pitch in the last 10 minutes. That's because apart from that chance from Olawobore, not much has happened. Barrett infield to Kwame Thomas and back to Barrett inside left channel, near side with Jones. Ryan Jones drops the shoulder, puts the ball in, and away by Ferguson, just about falls back to Barrett, who's going to take a shot, and Jed Ward had to be brave there and save down low to his right hand side, pushes the ball away as well towards this near hand side throw-in.
Yeah, he done well there, pushed it nice and wide. It was it's a save you'd expect him to make, but it's one you've got to make, and especially after not touching the ball really for the last 25 minutes. So yeah, good signs, and I've been very impressed with Jed Ward, to be fair. When I watched a few games now, and he's been very, very impressive, and a good coup for the club.
Yeah, on loan from Bristol Rovers, 10 appearances, 3 clean sheets for the number 1. Aldershot back on the ball, far side. Picked up by James Claridge. Fires the ball long over the top of Josh Sims, and it does find the feet of Ryan Jones. Puts that ball in from the near hand side. It had to be dealt with by Kyle Ferguson as far as Barrett. and it's back in, and somehow not towards goal there by any red and blue shirt. Aldershot back in possession, the home fans willing their team forward. Meerholz puts the ball in, it's off the head of Andrew Olawabore and out for a corner near side.
Yeah, I think the boys have done well last 10 minutes just to kind of nullify the game. It's kind of been away from home. There's no shame in slowing down the tempo, and we'll hold for the corner, but
taken short, in by Jones towards the back post, and down goes Williams. Free kick, Yeovil. Yeah, it seemed like him and Kwame Thomas were in a bit of a battle there, and Williams went down on his back and was always going to win Yeovil a free kick.
Yeah, I think they just need to break the game up a bit for the next couple of actions and just trying to stunt. Aldershot have got a bit of momentum here, and they've kind of found a bit of something, haven't they, with a little bit of a change in how direct they've gone into the front man. I think for the next few minutes it'd be nice just to kind of disrupt the flow again and try and slow the game down, and then try and get back on the front foot ourselves.
Yeah, Kwame Thomas went down a little hard there, so is just getting assessed by the physio for Aldershot. It's just on his backside at the moment on the turf, and gives chance for both coaching sets to drill into their players what they need. Morgan Williams gesturing there with Olawabore.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what the boys are saying, to be fair, because
what would you be saying?
I'd say, like, I think if we can get one of maybe Maka driving, if you could like get Finn, isn't it? Sorry, I played golf. Finn, I should know. Sorry, Finn. Anchor in the midfield and kind of let Maka drive forward into that space in front. I think the way these are playing, one of these centre half's going to be inclined to step in. Yeah, and I think we could just let Tavon pin the central man and get Andrew or Junior sliding down the side of him. I think there's goals for fun out here. I think we just got to utilise that middle of the pitch, almost like as not a decoy, but third man running in that middle of the pitch to try and draw someone out. Because I think the game is won today by Andrew and Junior, and I think if we can get in between the three centre halves down the side of the middle one, no one really takes responsibility and gets hold of anyone.
Voice of Josh Staunton, former Yeovil Town captain, on the call with us this evening on this Wednesday night game in the National League. Riddington, ball is back in play now, approaching 43 minutes, so 2 to go of normal time. Aldershot 0, Yeovil 3. Hargreaves infield again to Tetek, and back out now with Ryan Hill back inside to Dejan Tetek.
Yeah, I'd just like to see Tav stay on the number 32, because they'll leave him 1v1 if Tav keeps dropping into midfield. I know he's doing a good job for the team, but it allows them just to pile bodies forward, and it kind of isolates our threat.
Jones near side tries to go towards the goal line, but thinks against it. Back to Meerholz. Claridge. Thomas goes down on a not a pull from Ferguson, as it turns out. Ball rolls to Jed Ward.
Yeah, I think that'd be harsh, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I think the ball was already in Jed's hands by the time he decided to go down. So
yeah, got the right side of Ferguson there, but as you say, fairly soft if that one was given.
Yeah, I think that's the importance of trying to keep someone pinned up high, though, because all centre halves we're in our half dictating play really. Then
Bore's having fun with Meerholz on this near hand side. Marias tries to find Sims and can't do so. It'll come off of Claridge though, and it'll be a Yeovil corner on the near hand side as we enter the final minute of normal time here at the recreation ground. Aldershot 0, Yeovil 3 is the score. Referee just having a word with Kwame Thomas and Kyle Ferguson, obviously involved in that very soft penalty call a moment ago.
He reminds me a bit of Owen Bevan.
Yeah,
Kyle Ferguson. Even just the stature of him, the way he
Owen
plays.
Bevan.
Yeah, I saw Bevs the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he's been troubled by injuries, but what a good guy.
Yeah, ball in on this near hand side corner towards Dewhurst, picked up. Not a good corner from Josh Sims. Yeah, tall, quite thin, I guess, in his stature,
but athletic.
Yes.
Even the way he's chewing up ground there, he can move, and strong for a young lad game.
Should be a free kick. Is a free kick for Aldershot. That's fair. 3 minutes of added time here at the end of the first half. That equals the number of goals that Yeovil have scored this evening. It is Aldershot 0, Yeovil 3 if you're just joining us. Sit in for this second half because, there's definitely, as Josh Staunton was saying, more goals in this from a Yeovil Town perspective.
Yeah, this could be the bit of Josh Barrett magic we've been asking for. Hopefully it just hits crossbar and goes out for a goal kick, just to show us a little glimpse. But I think we need to just ensure we come out on the front foot second half and go for more.
Josh Barrett over this free kick is going to take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps back. 2 steps to his left as well. Right-footed over the wall towards the back post and easily caught there by Jed Ward. Is he going to get a distribution towards Sims? That's a great ball.
That's real nice.
And Sims, as much as we were saying that's a great ball from Jed Ward, it comes off the back heel of Josh Sims and goes out of play.
That was really nice from Jed. That's another string to his bow, isn't it? Not many goalies can fire a ball out like that.
So it gets the spin on it, like you go kind of sideways at the ball.
Yeah, a nice check. A nice check to it. I've seen loads of doing training, but not many pull out on match day.
Not at all. Calls of a foul on the far side, but referee says no. So back now with Oluwabore and 1-0 as Yeovil Town will look to end out this first half 3-0 up. We're inside the first minute of additional 3. That ball high more than far on the clearance, and Oluwabore is offside. Elsewhere in the National League, Boston Braintree is 0-0, so is Eastleigh Southend. That's the first game for new manager Scott Bartlett and new director of football Chris Todd. 0-0 at home there against Southend. Morecambe are still a goal up at home to Halifax Town. Scunthorpe 0, Borehamwood 1, and Tamworth Wealdstone is also goalless. So free kick for Aldershot off the offside from Oluwabore. Barrett picks this up inside the Yeovil half. Mearholes as well. Near side with Jones, back to Mearholes. Junior Marias is chasing him down. It seems like, that is the case, that Marias and Oluwabore have swapped positions in the number 10 role. Marias on this near hand side, the right, and Oluwabore on the left. Can Josh Sims intercept this? No, good headed on there from Jones. He gets it on this attempt, or loses the ball, does Sims, and forward comes Jones towards Jed Ward across the goal line, and Jed Ward's able to stop that cross from coming in and picks it up.
Yeah, just got to be aware of that, and they do pose a threat. And I was just about to jinx him. I was just about to say I've been really impressed with Sims' defensive work as a winger, and as he nearly gifted him an opportunity, but he's done very well. And I think listening to the guys next to us, they're seeing very much the same thing. Kind of 3 isolated centre halves who are digging a hole for themselves by. It looks like they don't even know each other, those 3 centre halves. Do you know what I mean? Like, as a defensive unit, don't look like they've played together a great deal. Well, they probably do, but they do. That's what a lot of individuals out there from a defensive side of things from Aldershot tonight, and Yeovil have made the most of it.
More of the same then in the second half. That's to come in about 15 minutes or so time. Yeovil lead 3-0 here. Goals from Tavon Campbell, Junior Marias and Luke McCormick. That's the difference here at the recreation ground. As I say, half time here. It's Aldershot 0, Yeovil 3.
Thank you, gents. Back with Josh Staunton quickly. Just going to get some travel update with Tobes.
Thank you very much, Jack. Good evening. We're going to start on the M5 as traffic is now easing and returning back to normal on the northbound side. That's between junction 23 for Bridgewater North to junction 22 at Burnham-on-Sea after that earlier incident. And traffic is also getting back to normal now in Bridgewater on Bristol Road, heading northbound towards the Dunbar roundabout, and so as well on Edith Mead on Bristol Road, heading towards the Edith Mead roundabout. Elsewhere in Shepton Mallet, roadworks are causing delays on Whitstone Road. That's affecting traffic in both directions. And on the railways, there's a reduced service on South Western Railway between Exeter St Davis and Salisbury due to speed restrictions at Crewe Kern. So do check before you travel this evening. If you have spotted anything on the roads or on public transport we should be mentioning, do let us know if it's safe and legal. That number to call, 0800 678 1566.
Thank you, Toby.
The midweek match.
BBC Radio Somerset.
After all the talking, Was there really anything to worry about? At least not in the first 45 minutes.
Marius will pick the ball up as well, drives inside the box. Marius takes a shot, well saved, and towards goal. It's gone in, Yeovil have scored. Tavon Campbell gets the final touch. Marius initially takes the shot on that far hand side, the left, comes off of the keeper, rebounded towards Campbell, and on 11 minutes, Yeovil are in front. It's Aldershot 0, Yeovil 1. Marius cuts inside, takes a shot, and it's 2. Marius gets his 4th of the season. Again, I think it comes off of an Aldershot body on the way through. That doesn't matter. Approaching 21 minutes. It's Aldershot 0, Yeovil 2. Yeovil come forward. Oliver Bore screaming for it. It doesn't matter. Macca 3-0. Luke McCormick with his 3rd in 4. Slides towards the far side corner flag. Easy as you like. On the break. Curling shot towards the bottom right hand corner. 25 minutes played. Aldershot 0, Yeovil 3.
The midweek match.
BBC Radio Somerset Sport.
Alongside our commentator Josh Perkins, we have former Yeovil captain Josh Staunton tonight, who's made the trip over to Aldershot for us. Josh, I don't think any of us were expecting that first half.
No, it was definitely a good 45 minutes after the last few days, wasn't it? And I think it's really important the boys come out and stay on the front foot, because if you were Aldershot, obviously you're going to have to make changes. The manager's going to stick a rocket up them. The team talk's kind of done, because you say, look, these boys have been in this position before and lost. So they'll have that glimmer of hope at the end of the tunnel. And I think it's really important that Yeovil come out and the boys stay on the front foot and go for more, like, because it's like anything. That'll be a bit of PTSD in the back of some of the players' heads as well. And they'll be thinking, oh God, if we concede 1, are we going to concede 2, we're going to concede 3. And it's really important the senior players in that dressing room protect the younger lads and allow people to believe they can still go and do more, rather than just containing with what they got.
In terms of the things that Richard Dryden has to say now, like you said, they have been there before, but do you anticipate him making any changes in terms of the way that they are approaching the game, given that you will see Aldershot come out stronger in the second half and really go for it?
No, I think I'd actually almost say you could be a little bit more aggressive than they were the last 5 minutes. I didn't particularly agree with the swap of Andrew and Junior. I thought they were getting serious joy against the people they were playing with. I would have been very, very reluctant to change, because I think it really stunted the momentum, in actual fact. Junior's physicality was causing the right centre half all sorts of problems, and the mismatch between the left centre half and Andrew, he was just leaving huge amounts of space. And I think that was the best combination. But I think if I was Richard, I'd be saying, look boys, you've got to be good enough now to defend, because they're going to throw bodies at us and they're going to commit an extra man. But they were leaving us 1v1 at 0-0. Do you know what I mean? So God knows what they're going to do like at 3-0 after a rocket. So there's going to be opportunities to score, especially with the pace of what the front boys possess. It's going to be a case of sometimes one pass is going to rip their whole team. One pass will take 11 players out of the game for them. So I know everyone wants to watch passing football and passing through the thirds, but I honestly think the most successful passages we've seen today have been 2 passes and their whole team's on the back foot.
You are a lifetime member of the Centre Backs Union, of course, and so what have you made of them as a back three? Because I chatted to Jake Wannell recently and said, is consistency the key here? Is it having Morgan Williams and Carl Ferguson play with you all the time? He said, yeah, the more we play together, the better we will look and the more we get to know each other. Have you seen that develop over the course of the season?
Yeah, I think any sort of defensive partnerships, regardless of shape, is personnel is very important. It's very hard to build understanding and partnerships when your partner constantly changes. I would argue that maybe the 3 tonight, although they've done very, very well, it's probably been a little bit difficult for them in terms of in the first 10. Josh Barrett was picking up very, very awkward positions, probably 8-9 yards in front of the back 3, but behind the midfield. And maybe I don't know, it's a hard one, isn't it? But maybe if there was a 4 and a 1, you could have contained that space a bit. Although tonight hasn't hurt them, and the boys are very, very resolute. I just think we've just got to be aware of Barrett, because you don't want him picking up them pockets he was in the first 10 minutes. Although we're 3-0 up, and you'd like to think that should be enough. It's a case of momentum. We want to take momentum now into Saturday. Do you know what I mean?
Completely.
And how we finish this second 45 minutes is going to be pivotal, not just to tonight or Saturday, but the next 3-4 months. The whole feel around the place, because I think a team which really shows a bit of ruthlessness tonight, there's a bit of direction and a glimmer of something for the fan base to hold on to.
What's your half-time drink of choice then, Josh?
Don't know. Josh has sat next to me, hasn't moved yet, mate. So I'm waiting for him to offer me one.
That's a hint for
all right.
That's a hint for a cup of tea there. Right. Well, gents, I'll let you have a break for 10 minutes or so, and we'll be back with you shortly. But for now, Josh, thank you very much.
Cheers, Jack. Thanks, mate.
That's Josh Staunton, sat alongside Josh Perkins. Of course, Josh Staunton, former Yeovil Town footballer, captain as well. He's made the trip over to Aldershot tonight, where it is Aldershot Town 0, Yeovil Town 3 at half-time.
The midweek match.
BBC Radio Somerset Sport.
Just keeping an eye on the League Cup as we speak. Huddersfield 0, Manchester City 1 at half-time. Newcastle 2-0 up against Bradford City. Spurs 2-0 up against Doncaster Rovers. And Port Vale 0, Arsenal 1 at the moment there. Another bit of big news, we're going to probably bring you a bit more on this later, is that Scott Bartlett has left Weston-super-Mare. He's made the trip to become manager of Eastleigh, and Eastleigh's new director of football is none other than Chris Todd, who's left the assistant manager role at Yeovil. It's a big old roundabout happening at the moment. We are going to keep talking football for the next few minutes, because I wanted to get my next guest on to talk about their form and how they've been performing recently. Rich Luffman, Taunton Town manager, good evening, welcome to the midweek match on BBC Radio Somerset.
Yeah, good evening. How are we doing?
I'm all good, thank you very much, mate. I'm 6th place, played 9, won 4, drawn 3, lost 2. Last night, 4-1 win away at Dorchester. How happy were you with that performance?
Well, it was chalk and cheese from Saturday. We were, we were absolutely, we were terrible Saturday, and we were absolutely fantastic last night. So, 2 really difficult away games, and we've played a lot of the top sides already away from home, and we've done that with stupid amount of injuries, the biggest that I've ever sort of had in my 11 years of management. We barely had a defender fit last night, so to go and win 4-1 was absolutely brilliant. Because
it was Farnham at the weekend, who we all know are a very good side, and they're only 2 points off top of the table, aren't they? But sometimes a defeat like that, can it rejuvenate a side? Actually, losing that way can give you kind of the kick up the bum in that respect.
Well, and I think, do you know what? I think that's exactly it. I think if we'd have gone there and lost 1-0 and run them close, you don't get the reaction that you get from a 4-0 drab, a drab affair. So whilst we were absolutely gutted to lose 4-0, you can take something from that, because it realigns you where you're at. We went back to basics. We worked harder. We worked smarter. We used the football in better areas, and we were absolutely ruthless on the night. And we beat, Dorchester won't be where they are at the moment. They're going to be right up the top end of the table come the end as well. So it was a fantastic evening for us, and a brilliant 3 points.
I was going to say, and also the midweek match at the moment, they're all right at this time of year, aren't they? Before you get to the really cold nights and the long away days.
Well, I don't know. I think where I'm situated, they all feel like that. So I got in at 2:30 this morning. Which is fine. You sign up to it, and honestly, I'd rather get in at 2:30 winning 4-1 than get back at midnight losing 4-0. So but I think you are right. I mean, when it gets cold and rainy and dark and miserable, it's tough. But I've got to be honest, I'm a football purist. I absolutely love those evenings as well. So and certainly when you've got 3 points at the end of it.
I was going to say, I'm a big fan of the cold ones. Oh, especially as your manager, you've got to put up with it on the sidelines if it's going well or not. So there we go. But you've your attention clearly now turns up. Your next game out is the FA Trophy, isn't it, against Portchester?
It is. We've got 2 cup games. We're FA Trophy, then Somerset Cup against Larkhall, which is good timing for us. Like we obviously were very unlucky to go out at Weston. Certainly in the first game.
Taking them to a replay was always a good challenge anyway, wasn't it?
It was, and I'll be honest, the chance was in the first one. We run them really close, and on another day we win that. But I think where we're at the moment, the replay wasn't good for us. It didn't help with the sheer volume of injuries we've got. It gives us 10 days to get a couple back. We've got a couple that are going to hopefully be coming through the door at advanced sort of talks with in the defensive areas, which will give us that little bit of comfort that we need at the moment, because we are running really, really light. I mean, last night we had a winger playing at right back, a centre midfielder playing centre half, and a number 10 playing at left back. So, it certainly wasn't ideal. So hopefully we can get those two bodies in, and we want to run in the trophy, but our bread and butter is that Chertsey game, which is 2 and a bit weeks away, and we're 4 points off top at the moment. I was listening to Josh talk. His pool team are level on points with us, and there's some really, really good sides in this division, and we just want to stick in and around that pack. And when we get our bodies back, hopefully we can kick on a bit more.
Yeah, you got Poole on the 22nd of October, just looking down as a nice midweek fixture, so I'll make sure I talk to Josh about that a bit later. So Portchester is on the 4th of October. You said you're hoping to get those bodies in for that game. Actually, the FA Trophy, if you do go far in it, how valuable an asset can it be to the club?
Well, obviously, look, money's tough to come by for non-league clubs. So every game you advance, you obviously you gain more money. The interest in it sort of gets a bit more the further round you get through, so you can get some big crowds. I've got to be honest with you, if it's tiddlywinks with the family at home, I desperately want to win. So I want to win every single thing that we do. Somerset Cup, Trophy, FA Cup, League. I just want to win. And when you get used to winning, and you look at what the job that Scott did at Western, and they won the Somerset Cup last year, and they just kept winning, and it's taken them into this season. So we want to do similar. We want to go far in all of the cup competitions, because I think it gives you good momentum, and there is nothing like winning. So, and I think lads get used to that feeling, and they find ways of doing it a bit more often.
Well, fingers crossed the next time we speak, Rich, is after a few more wins, but I'll let you get to bed because I imagine you're knackered, and we'll catch up another time.
Top man, thank you very much. Appreciate you having me on.
No worries, that's Rich Luffman, Taunton Town manager there. We are now going to go straight back to Aldershot because the teams have just come out ready for the second half, and join your commentary team where at half time it's Aldershot Town 0, Yeovil Town 3. Your commentary team of Josh Staunton, former Yeovil Town captain, and Josh Perkins.
Thank you, Jack. Welcome back to the recreation ground where Yeovil Town are over the ball and are ready to kick off for this second half. McCormick just hands on his hips at the moment. Junior Marias in front of us, just away to our left, just claps a couple of times. Geez, his team. What's the half-time team talk for Yeovil this evening?
I think it's more of the same, isn't it? I think just before we set out, we must be pretty good at what we're doing, mate, because Mark Wright agreed with everything we said so far.
Oh, good. Okay.
So his viewing of the game has been pretty similar to ours. But
we get the Dorking seal of approval. That's good.
Exactly. That'll be on YouTube later. No, I think we've got to expect Aldershot to do something a little bit different. I don't think, although they've set up the same, it looks. So if that's the case, I would just say, look, just soak up some pressure, and we'll hurt them on the counter. Away from home, don't really need to do much more than that, and we could get 5 or 6 here if we do that. If we do that well.
So just a pinball in midfield at the moment as Riddington picks the ball up and sprays it across far side the left for Aldershot as they come forward for the first time in this half.
I think the next 5 minutes is really important, just from a mentality point of view for the boys out there, because we won't want to say it, but there'll be some heavy heads from Gateshead, and that really knocks you. Not very often in your career you lose a 3-0 lead. Yeah. So they'll have that hanging over them, and if they can nullify the next 5 minutes or get off to a really good start, I think it's plain sailing.
Down goes Campbell, so free kick for Yeovil Town. Yeah, nothing from that Aldershot attack in this first part of the second half. Marias, near side the left, finds Plant, gets the better of Hill. He's going to fake shot and put it on his right foot. Ball in towards the back post, headed down. Can Marias get it? No. Goes over him and Olawabore as well, as Williams goes into... that was a jump from Morgan Williams that just seemingly rebounded off of Kwame Thomas, went down, and Yeovil win the free kick.
Yeah, take it.
Yeah.
It's another chance to build momentum. I've been very impressed with McCormack. I think even his brain works very quickly. You can see that just getting us off on the attack when he just sent that little diag over. And technically a very, very gifted footballer. So I think he's the type of guy you could build a team around if we've done it right for the next few years, hopefully.
26 years old, McCormick headed down by 1-0 off that long free kick, but Aldershot are back in possession, and they're going to look to counter-attack here. It's 3 against 3. Hargreaves near side the right, inside right channel, into the box now, edge of the area. Cuts in field, releases it a little bit late though. Riddington. Barrett, inside left, rolls the ball forward with his right foot, drops the shoulder, and it's blocked well by Cousin Dawson. Yeovil come out this time, and Marias. Great ball inside to Oluwabore, but just pushed off the ball from Mearholes.
Yeah, that's really good signs from a fan perspective. There, 7 Yeovil players ran back quicker than any Aldershot players ran forward, and I think if you're a captain, if you're a manager, if you're a fan, that's all you ever want to see from your players. We're going to make mistakes.
On the far side, ball into Barrett inside the box and taken away there by McCormick, and it will be a corner to Aldershot on the far side.
But,
intent, isn't it?
But it's just that endeavour for the badge. I think if you're running that hard at 3-0 up, that's a very, very good sign for a football club. There's plenty to work with there. Do you know what I mean? The boys know what they're playing for, and I think that's always a nice thing to see.
48 minutes played, Aldershot 0, Yeovil 3. Left arm of Barrett goes up in swinger towards Jed Ward, who's on his goal line and had to punch that clear. Marias just up off the last man, and Oluwabore was running in behind but couldn't use him. Over the top now towards Oluwabore, headed on by Hill, and it will be a Yeovil throw-in on the near-hand side. Taken quickly, Plant goes down, free kick Yeovil.
Yeah, I really think we've got to be looking now to what we can work with. I think you've got players like McCormick out there, who's obviously a very, very good player, and if we want to build something at the football club, we've got to build round players like that. Do you know what I mean? Like they've got to be the plan. You've got to identify players to build around, and I think that's what fans want to see, a bit of direction from the football club, rather than just to kind of strip it out and start again every summer.
Yeah, as I say, McCormick 26, Cousin Dawson 23, 1-all 29.
Yeah, there's a lot of players with good age, and I think the turnover of players was obviously unsustainable for the football club. So I think we've got to try and build from what we've got, and just identify who you can strengthen round, rather than constantly starting again every summer.
1-all tries that Cruyff turn, almost gets picked off by Thomas, and is able to pass back to his keeper. Ward outside of the right boot, pushes it away, and will punt it forward as well.
That's a little warning sign for ones. I think you just got to keep doing what got you into the lead. Do you know what I mean? Don't start trying to do more than what got you there, and those little warning signs are good, keep you on your toes throughout the game. So just need a reaction.
If you're looking at tape on Jake 1-all, at some point you've got to expect the turn. He'll always put that ball behind his left boot and turn away from you. Just comes away from it there. Will put the ball long as well, near side the left, picked up by Oluwabore. Taylor and him in battle, driving forward more centrally. Oluwabore towards Marias, edge of the area, right side of the D. Marias takes the shot, goes high and wide, goal kick.
Yeah, and that's come from ones putting not even a dangerous ball, just a decent ball down the side. These are so poor at dealing with first contact tonight. It puts us on the front foot, and we pick up the seconds, and we're straight onto their back too.
Yeah, crosses in. That seems to be the way. Aldershot get a free kick. Ironic jeers from the home crowd around us. Say we got a free kick for the once in this second half. 51 minutes played here. Aldershot 0, Yeovil 3. Hill driving down the near side. Comes off of Plant, so it will be a corner kick.
That's good defending though from Plant, to be fair. 1v1. That's he's done well. For a young lad, he didn't dive in. He held his ground and just waited for the player to commit.
James Plant, 20 years old, on loan from Port Vale until January of next year. His 8th appearance this evening. Barrett on this corner kick for Aldershot. Left arm of his goes up near side. Outswinger. Off the head of Ferguson. Not dealt with by Yeovil, and away eventually there by Oluwabore. And all the way back just shy of the halfway line for Aldershot, far side the left. Oluwabore on the toes there of Archie Taylor. Almost able to pick it off him. Tetic heads on. Josh Sims goes flying in and wins the ball. Marias tries a karate kick forward and goes down off the planting his standing leg. Is in some discomfort, it looks like Marias.
Yeah, I think he just landed funny. Hopefully he can run that off. He definitely just landed a bit funny, didn't he? But again, we're one ball and we're 3v3. I mean, if you're their manager, you've got to be asking some serious questions about the way they've set up tonight. But I mean, it's all well and good throwing your hands up in the air when the refs made a fair decision.
Yeah,
I think some accountability. The way that the team is set up has been crazy.
Yeah, the groans there were for Junior Marias getting back to his feet. He did try a bit of a scissor kick pass towards, just ahead of Tavon Campbell to set Yeovil forward, but yeah, it was defensive, felt some discomfort in his left knee and just took a couple of seconds and got back to his feet. Plays back underway. Campbell wide to Plant. I think that comes off of him, so it will be an Aldershot throw in near side.
To be honest, I've been quite surprised how big a lad Tavon Campbell is and how well he does with the physical side thing. I can't remember him being quite that physical playing against him, but he's maybe he's changed a bit as he's got a bit older, and he's definitely a big lad, and he's got the better of their middle centre half, that's for sure.
His 9th appearance this evening, 1 goal. Previously of Solihull Moors has won League 2 with Cheltenham back in 2021.
Yeah, and going back to I came to the Brackley game, and he dropped into feet a lot that game. I'm enjoying him much more on the back line. I think he offers a lot better threat than keep coming in and dropping into feet, trying to grab the ball, and that's the biggest difference I've noticed tonight from the Brackley game. There's a lot more forward runners. I think we played 50 minutes against Brackley, and I didn't see anyone beat that final line, so it couldn't be polar opposites to tonight, really.
It's very much the Aaron Jarvis approach, just as you say, kind of playing in that centre forward role, taking the ball and letting runners in behind.
Yeah, it's so important at this level. You have to be able to go from front to back. Unfortunately, it's you can't follow the Man City blueprint at National League level every single week.
Yeah, potentially what has caught Aldershot out a little bit, especially with that first goal, trying to play out from the back and just getting caught. That's how Campbell was able to just prey on the loose ball and get Yeovil's first ball in from Aldershot towards the back post, just off of Thomas or 1-1 there. So, and Hill is offside, so free kick Yeovil. Coming up to 55 minutes.
Yeah, Aldershot are obviously going to have spells in the game. When you're 3-0 down, you've got nothing to lose, and it's important the boys just stand up to them and deal with the balls in the box, and just make sure our two real threats, Junior and Andrew, don't drop too deep when we're defending. Do you know what I mean? We've got to try and play a little bit of cat and mouse, and what's that? Who's that?
Substitution in the offing. Junior Marias is going to be taken off for Byron Pendleton. The number 2 started on Saturday against Tamworth, but will come on for his 11th appearance this evening, only 19 years old.
I'd imagine that's just protecting him a bit there, isn't it? He's gone down with his knee, and at 3-0 there's no point risking him up. We'll push Simsy up one, and Pendleton will come on at right wing back, I presume. Yeah,
that does seem the way that it will be, because Pendleton has been occupying that right side this season, on loan from Birmingham. Marias goes off and got his 4th goal of the season and the 2nd tonight for Yeovil Town, all away from home. 3 away from home, 1 at home to Gateshead.
He's miles offside,
and Barrett is miles offside, so flag goes up on the near side.
Yeah, it's good from the back 3. Keep squeezing that space, keep squeezing up every opportunity. He was about 5-6 yards. We could see it clearly from here, couldn't we?
Yeah, it wasn't tight.
Still, some home fans saying the linesman got that wrong. I think that was about as easy as they get, to be honest.
Yeah, certainly one of the easier calls this evening. Referees just stop play here again, and we'll get Yeovil to retake the free kick.
Yeah, it's nice game control there, game management, just slowing it back down. The only people who really need momentum in this half now is Aldershot, isn't it? So anytime we can stunt that, it's good game management.
Chested down by Oliver Ballray. Near side goes downed as an Aldershot player, but Yeovil play on. Oluwabore near side, puts the ball into the box, and it will be over. Campbell looking to get his second of the evening. It was always rising.
He's got to score.
Yeah.
Josh, he's got to score, mate. Let's be honest. The goal was gaping. He did it too well, to be honest. I mean, that's one to forget, but we go again. It shows how easy we can get at him. It really does. Again,
down this near hand side, that's where Yeovil are having most of the success so far. 57.5 gone. Aldershot 0, Yeovil 3. Could have been 4.
Again, it should have been 4. Again, it was Andrew's pace which terrified him, really, didn't it? Puts him on the back foot every single time.
As Aldershot are going to look to...
That's a nice crunching tackle from him. You don't see them very often these days, do you? You don't see them.
I think it looked more dangerous than it was.
No, it was a very well timed interception, really, wasn't it? But it was a nice big crunch.
Yeah, one of those ones.
Yeah, we like seeing them. Don't see any of them on Saturday at 3 o'clock, do we, on Sky Sports? So.
Yeah, exactly. I like that VAR nonsense as well.
I think it would have been fine on VAR, to be fair to me. Timed it perfectly, but it's always nice to see a little bit.
Barrett tries to put the ball in, but McCormick is there and will come across and put the ball out for a corner kick on this near hand side. 58 gone. 3-0 Yeovil is the score. Barrett will take this corner on the near hand side. It's going to be a right-footed outswinger. He might go short, actually, because Ryan Jones is right there beside him.
I think they've got to work something short. They're not really particularly dominant in the air, are they? They haven't won many first contacts, so if I was them, I'd be trying to work something and trying to get into the corner of the box and either shoot across low and hard and hope for a little deflection, as we saw with Yeovil's first 2 goals.
Yeah. Referee just blows the whistle and walks towards the penalty area to have a word with the centre-backs there. Ball comes in towards the front post and away by Yeovil. Sims goes down. He's going to win Yeovil a free kick as well.
I'll tell you what, that was a really, really good foul, whoever that is, number 7, Hargreaves, because Andrew had 60 yards of space in front of him there. We were one pass away from opening them up again there.
Tonight's attendance, 1931, 203 Yeovil fans making the trip to Hampshire tonight on a Wednesday afternoon. Fair play, as always, to all of the travelling Yeovil support.
Yeah, that's what these guys are about, though, aren't they? Through all the trials and tribulations, they turn up, they sing for the boys.
Oluwabore's onside as the ball gets looped over the top. He's going to put it on his left foot, and it's tackled. Goes towards the byline. Oluwabore on the edge of the area. Campbell will pick it up and drive, or tries to drive left, puts the ball in towards the back post. No one's there, and out for a goal kick. Sorry, Josh, as you were laundering about the Yeovil fans.
No, well, Andrew went through one-on-one. He probably should have just toe-poked it in. No, but look, they are different breed, really. The Yeovil fans. They've faced a lot of hardship in the last X amount of years, but the noise, the numbers tonight, fair play to them. It's what makes this club so special. It really is.
Yeah, there really is no club like Yeovil Town. And I know that sounds cliche because every football fan's going to say that about their own football team.
Yeah, but some people say that's a good thing, wouldn't they? No, we've definitely dealt with some strange things at this football club, even in my time. So even before that. But one thing what hasn't wavered ever is the support from the fans, and I really think it is a special club because when the club's doing well, the whole town's doing well. It's a real reflection of the whole community. Absolutely, well said. Former Yeovil Town captain Josh Staunton on the call with us this evening. There's a foul there on, I think, Cam Hargreaves, or first booking of the evening, Tavon Campbell. No, that was a free kick for Tavon, I think. He was getting pulled back. Oh yeah. So the booking was for, forgive me, the number 34. Dejan Tetek. See, it's good that someone's watching. Dejan Tetek in the book. There was a change as well. Tristan Abrams. Yeah, to be fair, in your defence, you were looking at all sorts of things and you were rummaging through paperwork. I don't have to do that bit. So, ball in from Yeovil towards the back post, picked up by Dewhurst. Yeah, Tristan Abrams on 26, 10 appearances, 2 goals. Goes straight back to Yeovil off the drop ball though from Dewhurst, the goalkeeper. You again probably didn't see that because you were rummaging. You're having to do you're doing about 8 jobs. I'm just watching the game. that kind of gives you appreciation for quite how good Jed Ward's passing and distribution is, because their goal was just smashed it straight to us.
Down goes, penalty. Yeovil Town get the penalty. James Plant goes driving in to the penalty area. It looked a little bit soft, if I'm going to be honest with you, but James Plant goes down, wins his team a penalty.
Yeah, he done the hard work though, didn't he? Got the right side of his defender. He asked a question. It was one of them. As soon as there's a touch, you can go down, and that's what it's got to be. Driving forward. That's your wing back driving into the probably 6, 7, 8 yards out from goal. That's what, if you're going to play a 3, that's the way you got to play it. And your wing backs have got to be wingers, and that's a sign there. Plant has done very well to win a penalty, and I can't say I can't actually see who's going to take it, because everyone holds the ball these days.
They do.
So
who is that?
Tavon Campbell's taking it.
Very good. Yeah, McCormick had the ball in his hands for a while, but eventually just laid it off to Tavon Campbell. Yeah, James Plant doing all the right things, getting the right side. Tavon Campbell goes through and gets Yeovil's 4th. This second of the afternoon, goes the left side of the goal. Dewhurst goes the right, and on 63 minutes, it's Aldershot 0, Yeovil 4.
What a brilliant night for the club, eh? What a good night for a group of lads, honestly, who've been through it. Probably feel a bit like they've been hung out to dry a bit, probably, in all honesty, just because of the way things have presented themselves the last couple of weeks. And what a reaction from a group of lads, and I'm glad they can enjoy it with the fans. In actual fact, Aldershot away is always a good away game. Yeah, you're very close to the fans in that corner, and that kind of echo roof really does create an echo, like bomb shelter thing. Yeah, and we can't really hear it from here with our big fluffy headphones on, but I'm sure there's a lot of noise over there, and I'm really pleased for the Yeovil players and the Yeovil fans, and also the boys and the men in the dugout. You know, like, they've faced it as well, and Stuart and the guys. I haven't seen them yet tonight, but yeah, everyone deserves to enjoy this tonight. Yeah.
However and whoever you are, like, connected with Yeovil Town, if you bleed green and white, you're going to enjoy tonight. So
that was a nice rhyme there.
I poet and I didn't know it. I'll be dead honest with you.
Play a bit of music over that. We've got a song on our hands.
You don't want to hear me singing, Josh. That's the only thing. Changing the offing for Yeovil Town. Josh Sims makes way for one Harvey Greenslade. Yeah, 64.5 gone on the clock. It's Aldershot 0, Yeovil 4.
That's been a good shift from Simsy, and I quite like watching Harvey play. He really represents what Yeovil's about, I think. The guts he plays with, so I'm looking forward to him getting stuck in out here.
So ball over the top from Aldershot and headed on by Kwame Thomas and picked up there by Jed Ward. Getting a lot of love for you, by the way, Staunts, on social media. I've got a lot of direct messages on both X and Facebook, of all things, saying, tell Josh Staunton I said hi.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Thank you. To be honest, it's nice to be back involved. To kind of relish the presence of the club. So I'm really enjoying it. I haven't really got a voice for radio. I'm pretty.
Oh, ball over the top. Over the bar, actually. It looks like it was tipped over by Jed Ward.
Nice little save. My vocal cords have been strained through football, I think. So damaged. Like, I've got such a horrible voice.
Not at all, mate. That's why we booked you. You've got a voice for radio and a face for TV.
I don't know about the latter. I definitely don't know about the latter.
So corner 2, Aldershot, near hand side, left arm of Josh Barrett goes up. Out swinging corner towards the head and just wide for Jed Mearholes. We gave him a lot of stick in the first half for that left-sided fullback performance. He almost got his first there.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, I don't think the one goal would make up for the 4 they've conceded tonight. But I'm just looking at Wands. I don't know if he's struggling a bit.
Oh yeah.
Holding his groin. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at that. But
yeah.
I want to see 5 or 6 here, to be honest.
Yeah.
We've got loads of time left on the clock. Their heads are down. Andrew and Tavon.
Forward comes Greenslade. Well, you might get your 5th here, Josh Staunton. Harvey Greenslade through on the left, goes down off the foul from Dewhurst. And Greenslade goes down. Yeah. And we'll get a booking, as you say, for simulation.
Yeah, it may very well have got contact, but he kind of kicked the ball
Yeah.
and just put his body in the way, and it just didn't look, from here, it didn't look great.
Right.
It didn't look great. Especially after you've just given a penalty.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
know, you got to do something seriously about to get 2 in one game. I'm still looking at ones with I'm a bit worried. I want to make sure he's right, you know.
Yeah, he's backing up and kind of walking forward a little bit gingerly, so we'll have to see that the captain is fighting fit and is able to play out these, just over 20 minutes to go here. Aldershot 0, Yeovil 4. 2 goals for Talon Campbell, 1 for Marias, 1 for McCormick.
I'll tell you what though, if you are going to have a little niggle, when you're 4-0 up isn't a bad time to get it, is
Not at all. Taylor comes forward near side, puts the ball across on the byline, but again deflected by James Plant. Corner kick, Aldershot.
I want to see us finish with a real flourish,
Yes.
because I haven't actually, I don't know who is it. It's Altrincham at the weekend, isn't it?
Yes, Altrincham at home at the weekend.
Have you got their score, or I'm just on the old Sky Sports app?
They played yesterday. It was they lost to Forest Green Rovers 2-1 away from home.
I mean, so they're not going to be the most buoyant team in the world after a loss. And if we can really finish strong, and I mean strong, like front foot, dominating a game, there's no reason we can't take that into Saturday now. It's I think it'd be positive for the whole group if we can. Don't just let these last 20 odd minutes peter out. I think we've got to have that intensity of going for more. And I want to see the boys drive that themselves, you know.
Yeah, Altrincham, Yeovil's opponents at home on Saturday. They've got 2 wins from their last 6 and are on a 3-game skid. So as you say, Josh, it will be, if Yeovil can get that 5-6 this evening, it will really take a lot going into Saturday's game.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, like Altringham's mentality changes. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh god, these guys have got a serious amount of goals in them. So straight away you're on the back foot a bit, rather than just grinding out a 1-0. Do you know? It mentally, psychologically, even affects the opposition, because they'll be watching today. They'll have someone here today, and they'll be saying, "God, the boys up front, they need looking after," and they might change their shape as well.
Riddington has a lot of space actually. He'll take a shot, goes over the bar, about 5 or so yards over the bar as well. So goal kick to Yeovil Town.
That is my one concern tonight, I must say. I probably Finn is a centre half by trade, isn't he? And probably like learning the role in midfield. And to be honest, he looks more than capable of doing it, because he's taken the ball on the half turn nicely. It's just that he sometimes has that central defender look of him, in terms of just gives up the middle of the pitch to protect what's behind him. And I think like it's hard to get in your brain that you've got people behind you.
Greenslade, far side. Might use Plant. No, it goes backwards, turns away, and we'll find Williams. Chipped ball over from Williams towards Oliver Bore. A little bit heavy on the chest there, so loses possession. And forward come Aldershot, this near side, the right. Abrahams. Stop and turn there from Hill. Backwards to Taylor. Lofted ball over there from Claridge. Infield to Barrett. 70 minutes played. Aldershot 0, Yeovil 4. Ball into the box and away by Wannell. Headed away, and that's cleared away fully there by McCormick. 1 goal for him this evening. The 3rd for Yeovil Town. Williams more high than far on the clearance, and Aldershot win the ball back. I say that, turnover, and Yeovil get the ball back. Down the line from Plant, and Campbell will chase that all the way, and it will go out. Well, not actually go out. It will just be controlled there by the goalkeeper, and he'll pick it up.
Yeah, I just want to see someone from a Yeovil point of view just take control now, whether that's with the ball, whether that's without the ball, because it's just gone a bit bitty, and understandable when you're 4-0 up cruising. I just want to see a real professional last 20 minutes, and just kind of someone just take complete control.
Yeah, game management at this point when you're 4-0 up. Don't concede any silly goals, or, as you say, Staunce, be professional about it. Ryan Hill, near side. Overlap with Taylor. Chips the ball over towards the back post, and Jed Ward will use his right hand to punch. And it will be a goal kick. Free kick, rather, as the foul comes on Jed Ward.
That's brilliant goalkeeping, that, because that, in the back of his head, I don't know how goalies do it, they're crazy, but he must be thinking, I'm going to get absolutely nailed here. And he's got a really good fist or palm to it, and and he's done very well. I just want to see us dominate the middle of the pitch now. It's probably hard with personnel. I think if Brett was here, that's probably what Brett's role would be, wouldn't it, to kind of dominate that now. But I think just for a sign of different kind of games, you can learn a lot when you're 4-0 up. You can experiment a bit and try things as a player. And I just want to see us grab hold of that middle of the pitch, play one extra pass, suck someone in and then go in behind them, rather than just getting this mindset of just kicking it every time we go, just kicking it long. Because there is room now. They've run out a bit of a puff, and we can play one or two extra passes and then slide a better pass rather than from 60-70 yards away.
Yeah, as you say, they're running out of puff, and they will use their changes. A triple change for Aldershot. Kiban Rai, James Henry and Hadi Gandor enter the field of play. Hadi Gandor, number 23, 25 years old, 2 goals this season, 9 appearances. In his youth, he represented Lebanon internationally. And he's got the ball at the moment. Turns away, and we'll find Riddington, who fires the ball across towards the far side, the left, and it's not picked up there by Pendleton. Jones, 73 played. Aldershot 0, Yeovil 4. Riddington. Jones, far side, ball in towards the front post, and Jed Ward will dive and punch that, almost like a Superman motion, the way he punched that. Riddington takes a shot, always wide, dragged it, and actually, I say always wide, it's come off of a Yeovil Town player, so far-sided corner for Aldershot.
Yeah, it looked like he just dragged that, didn't he?
Yeah.
I agree with you on that one, but refs saw other things, and no one's really put up a complaint, so we are 50-odd yards away, so we're probably wrong.
Referee just stops that corner again and wants the Aldershot players to take it once again. I think they took it too quickly for the referee's liking, so they're going to play it short once again. Jones puts the ball in towards the back post, headed down by Claridge, and this is Kiban Rai, the Welshman, the Welsh midfielder, operating in the kind of left of a 3 in the back line. The ball falls to Riddington, and Gandor back to Riddington, wants to take a shot, shapes to shoot, ball in by Abrams on this near side and away by Ferguson. Ball down to Riddington, it's off the chest of Oliver Ballray. Can he keep it in? No. It's just going to hurdle the challenge there from Taylor.
Done well there, Andrew, and the boys are back, just withstanding a little bit of pressure, but it feels like it's just petering out a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
From both sides, really, and that is understandable. It's Wednesday night after a game at the weekend, another one, so players in the back of their mind will be protecting themselves for Saturday, and that is part and parcel of it.
Absolutely, yeah. Game Saturday at home to Altrincham, and then a game away at Sutton on Tuesday, both of which we will have on BBC Radio Somerset. Every Yeovil Town home and away game on BBC Radio Somerset. I'll be in Sutton on Tuesday night. You'll have Jack Kyler on Saturday for the home match against Altrincham. One takes the throw in on the near hand side. Greenslade towards the corner flag, chipped over, calls of handball, but away by Aldershot. Throw in Yeovil. 75.5 gone. Aldershot 0, Yeovil 4. And as you say, it's just petering out. There's not much that really both teams can do from this point forward.
But all the boys at the back can do now is focus on clean sheet. We've got to be selfish. These boys have got to keep doing the right thing time and time again. Every time that ball comes in the box, it's easy to think, I won't head this one, but it's just a bit of personal pride and try and get that clean-o and take that into Saturday as well as the 3 points.
Free kick to Yeovil Town. Campbell went down, so won his team a set piece. This near side the left, it's going to be whipped in by McCormick.
I think that's Witt stripping off down there as well.
Yeah, potentially
on the bench.
Alex Whittle getting the last 10-15. Good to see him back in play for Yeovil Town.
I'll tell you what though, I'm probably gonna. This is the first time I've watched from here, and when I was at the home games, I didn't really see because it was in daylight. Can't see the names, can you?
That's the only thing. You've got to go off numbers, and
we could do with some white names, or just some white trim or something like that. I'm probably reignited an old flame there. Of course, someone else has moaned about that, but it's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, as a commentator, the names and the numbers anger us if teams don't have it, correct. The ball's floated in from that free kick and just away by Aldershot as they come forward on the counter. Jones steams down the far side of the left and back now with Mearholes, and down the line once again to Ryan Jones. Wants to put an early cross in, can't do so. Down the line once again to Gandor. Stood up by Pendleton.
Again, though, brilliant recovery runs from the Yeovil players. Even at 4-0 up, that's really, you take pride in that as a team.
Henry towards Rye, drops the shoulder, goes towards the byline. James Plant always there, ricochets off him, and that will come off an Aldershot midfielder as well. So,
that's a horrendous decision.
That is a terrible decision.
Yeah, Lino's just sprinted up the pitch and embarrassed. I think of that one. That was a really bad decision.
That's come off of Archie Taylor, and the linesman has given it a throw into Aldershot. So there we are. Change for Yeovil, 2 changes for Yeovil. Alex Whittle will be back on the pitch after dealing with a bit of an injury in the last fortnight or so. So it'll be good to see him back. He will replace Andrew Olorabore.
Yeah, we're not going to get to see the goal tonight, are we?
No.
We've seen it. I did just see a smile though, so that's as good as the second best. I think it's as good as a goal for me tonight. I've been very impressed with him. He looks more of a rounded player than the player that left 3 years ago. So, in terms of personal gains, he's been very impressive.
James Plant claps the Yeovil Town fans away to our left-hand side. He is replaced by Ben Wadskew, so the double change there for Yeovil Town.
I've also been very impressed with James Plant.
Yeah.
His 1v1 defending has been tremendous. I can't actually remember a cross coming in from that side. And I don't know, is he an out-and-out wing-back or is he more of a winger?
Out-and-out wing-back.
Yes, 1v1 defending has been terrific, and it's a bit of a dying art in youngsters, so it's nice to see.
Yeah, on loan from Port Vale, was on loan back end of last season as well, and Yeovil Town fans were clamouring for his return. So when it was announced that he was back for this season, it was received with good grace.
Yeah, I can see why. He looks like a very promising player, and he's got the fundamentals to go higher. So good on him. 79 minutes played. Aldershot 0, Yeovil 4. 2 for Tavon Campbell, 1 for Luke McCormick, and 1 for Junior Marias. In what has been a very academic game of football, and one that, as you say, Staunce, one that Yeovil Town have needed given the last, well, I was going to say week, but it's been longer than that. Yeah, for the last month or so, really. I think you need bits of relief like this. It takes, like we said earlier, this 90 minutes is a complete distraction from everything that's going on, and at least it's been a positive distraction. You know what I mean? It's been good for the group and good for the fans. It's good for the staff. It brings you all back together.
Yeah, and it's all credit to the players on the pitch and the coaching staff and the owners as well.
Yeah, the boys have gone out and it hasn't been like free flowing. It hasn't been. They haven't had to pull up any trees to win the game. But away from home, the most important thing is you win the game. You know, and they've done that with ease, really. They've cruised through the second half. Haven't really had to get far in all night, really.
Wright puts the ball back in from the corner, but that was dealt with well by Ferguson, and he'll go down and win his team a free kick. Although he's seemingly dealing with discomfort just down on his front at the moment.
Yeah, well, he was down there. He was down there moaning about his shoulder.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's hurt his shoulder. And he is. Yeah.
He is dealing with some real discomfort on his right shoulder. He's wagging a finger as if to say, no, I don't want to.
He's a Scot. He'll be all right.
Well, this is it.
Exactly. He's his old man's son, isn't he? He'll be all right.
Yeah, son of Barry.
Yeah, exactly. He's I think his dad will be shaking his head at him if he comes up with a sore shoulder.
Physio does come onto the pitch, though. The referee has motioned for it. Morgan Williams and Jake Guano were also gesturing and wagging the finger to say, no, doesn't need help. As you say, Staunce, he's a Scotsman, so
yeah, exactly.
They're made of the strong stuff.
You have to put a bullet through that. Does need to drag him off, I bet.
So Kyle Ferguson has had to do the mandatory come across to the sideline and wait 45 seconds to come back onto the pitch. He will get a yellow card for his gesturing to the home fans in front of us. He holds up a 3 with his right hand. A 4 for his right hand, and 0 with his left hand. I wonder what that signals. He gets a yellow card.
Yeah,
for it,
from a fan point of view, it's probably not the easiest time to goad someone when he's on a clean sheet and the team's romping you 4-0.
That's true.
Yeah, you pretty kind of set him up there.
Yeah, a little bit. Ball over the top towards Gandor. He's going to control this down in the area or lay it off to Abrahams, and he can't get it shot towards goal.
Good work by Maka there.
Yeah.
Done the hard yards and nice little toe on it. I've been impressed with. Well, to be honest, I've been impressed with the unit, the whole group. As I said, it hasn't been pretty, but it's a team which is together. You know, that's evident.
And those boos there from the home fans. No prizes for who's come back onto the pitch. 82.5 gone. Aldershot 0, Yeovil 4. Just ball in the back line with Aldershot at the moment. Dewhurst will pick this up 10 yards outside his penalty box. He'll chip a ball up the field, headed on by Thomas. Gandor passes to Henry, and Wright. He's got Taylor on the overlap. He will use him towards the byline. Ball in towards the front post, and Jed Ward's always claiming that. No trouble.
Yeah, another solid performance from Jed Ward in goal.
Yeah, just
seems
need to
to
see
be
out.
Pretty consistent character.
Just need to see out these final 7 minutes of normal time. That clear of ball forward rather is definitely more high than far. Jones, far side. Just going to step over and turn back. Goes infield towards Riddington. Might look to drop the shoulder. No, goes back to Jones, who wants to put the ball in. It'll go centrally towards James Henry, who will take a shot. It's deflected off 2 Yeovil players, and it will find Jed Ward. It will just spin towards his front post.
That kind of sums their night up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That does. Shot from 25 yards, didn't reach the goal in the end, and that kind of sums up where they've been tonight. But you beat what's in front of you, and
Exactly.
Yeovil have done it very, very convincingly, and they identified what was working and stuck with it. You can't ask for much more than that from your team.
So far side now. Yeovil Town going to take this throw in. 6 minutes to go of normal time here. Aldershot 0, Yeovil 4. Will be taken by Pendleton towards the head of Campbell. He goes down. No, seen the 50-50 there. Play goes on. Williams infield, picked up and spun round the back from Campbell, who chips the ball back into the box. It's off of an Aldershot defender, so it will be a corner to Yeovil far side.
Yeah, that's better. That's nice. Even there, just playing an extra few passes, just trying to just control the latter parts of the game. Obviously, do a lot less running when you got the ball. So nice and professional way to see off what they've got for the last 5 minutes.
Yeovil cruising to 3 points. They're going to go short with this corner. It'll be 3 wins in 6. Ball in towards the back post, and 1-0 can't get a leap on that. So goal kick to Aldershot. Yeah, they lose to Tamworth on Saturday. And they beat Woking late the previous weekend. Lose to York. Beat Solihull. And narrowly lose to Halifax away about a month ago.
Yeah, they're picking up crucial points, aren't they? And especially whilst in a turbulent time, it's really important as a football club we continue to pick up some points rather than just free falling through a bit of adversity. So that's a credit to the boys on the pitch, really, and the staff.
Yeah, absolutely. Cassim Dawson finds Williams, and he'll put the ball down the line towards Wodsky, but can't do anything there. Pendleton, ball just runs a little bit further than he would have liked, so throw in Aldershot far side. Scores around the National League. Boston are a goal up at home to Braintree. Eastleigh are 2-1 up in Scott Bartlett's first game in charge there. They're 2-1 up at home to Southend. Morecambe 1, Halifax 2. As the play goes on here, and that's a poor pass really from James Henry. Right idea there towards Rye on the near side, but can't get it.
Yeah, he had to put that on the eye of the needle. Really, he was running out of room to take on his back foot, and he had to go. It was a right pass. You know what I mean? You're better off missing that side than missing inside. So It was it was going to be it was always going to be a difficult pass, that one. But Halifax turned it around there, haven't they?
They have.
It's a really open league, isn't it? I think there's going to be much of a muchness round the top 2 or 3.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, Forest Green Rovers running away with it, but we are only in September.
Yeah, exactly. And there's still teams finding their feet, and there's a long old way to go yet.
Scunthorpe 1, Boreham Wood 1, and Tamworth 1, Wealdstone 1 of the latest scores. This game here, as we approach maybe 2.5 minutes of normal time to go. Aldershot 0, Yeovil 4. They haven't conceded in this second half, which is, good to see.
Yeah, thoroughly professional, and still a little bit of time left, so I don't want them to get complacent.
Yeah,
it's as a back three, that's what you set out to do. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to win teams games, but you just don't want to lose your team a game. So it's been complete opposite to what Aldershot put on first half.
Gandor turns away in the centre circle towards this near side. Taylor, cross ball towards Mearholes. He'll find Jones, far side. Gets the receiving ball, does Mearholes. Defended well there by Yeovil Town. And forward they come to mount another attack. Really good challenge there from Ryan Jones on Pendleton. Throw in far side Yeovil.
Yeah, it's actually been a very controlled last 15 minutes from Yeovil. They've just kept them at arm's length, really. Let them have it where they've been fine with them having it, and then when they've needed to intercept and kind of go through the gears, they've done it around the edge of the box. And at the end of the day, no one's going to look how you play for the last 20 minutes. It's about points on the board, and you can't really ask for much more professionalism than this tonight.
About a minute to go of normal time here. Interested to see how much we get of added time.
I've always, when you're in this position as a player, you always hope the ref doesn't add on like 5-6 minutes. It's just both teams want it over with now.
Yeah. Let it end.
Yeah, exactly. Just add a minute on. your minute you get from nowhere, and let's just all look forward to Saturday rather than ghosting through another 5 minutes.
That ball is out of the stadium on the far side. Clearance there from Pendleton. 30 seconds of normal time to go here. Aldershot 0, Yeovil 4. Ball in from the far side, and it's off the chest there, I think, of Kwame Thomas. Jed Ward's lucky there. He's not got much to deal with. He'll pick it up and just wind away the clock. All eyes on the fourth official. See how much he's going to put up on that big red number. Headed down by Greenslade. Near side with Alex Whittle. McCormick receives it infield and tries to put a long ball.
Well, they can't score from there, can they, Josh?
No.
Can't score from there, so that's not a bad one. 6 minutes! I told you, 6 minutes.
For what?
The ref just really enjoying it out there. Like, even the fans are groaning. They're 4-0 down, they just want to go home.
Exactly. Yeah, Yeovil are 4-0 up. They want it done. Aldershot, 4-0 down. They want it done. 6 minutes.
Yeah. Well,
there's been one goal. And it's a goal for Aldershot. Just as we say that, Henry gets it. Edge of the penalty area and just fires it towards the right hand side of the goal. It goes in. 91 minutes played. Aldershot 1, Yeovil 4.
Yeah, let's just batten down the hatchets now and see off these next 5 minutes, really.
How disappointing is that when you look for the cleano all night and you don't get it and you concede in the last 6 minutes of the game? Like, as a defence and a goalkeeper, how disappointing is that?
It's disappointing, it is, because you kind of pride yourself on them clean sheets, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it's been a very good night for the team.
Yeah.
I just want to see now, let's just keep it at 1. Let's just keep it at 1. Control the ball, let's play some passes and make sure it doesn't become 2, because like I said, you don't want to take that fragility into Saturday now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, weak underbelly, that's what people will be saying. If you're the other manager, you'd be saying, look, these guys switch off, so play all the way to the end, even though the game's done here. I just want us to see out. Let's keep it at 1 and win the game properly now.
4.5 minutes to go of the additional 6. Aldershot 1, Yeovil 4. A very impressive performance away from home for Yeovil Town. Ball floated over the top of Thomas, and Pendleton heads that back towards Jed Ward, who just dives on his front and collects the ball underneath.
It was actually quite a good finish.
It was.
We didn't really give it any respect. Did we? We were kind of moaning and groaning, but it was actually a very good finish.
Yeah.
I think probably 16, 17 yards out, maybe a bit less than that. And he side-footed it, and it went right into the top corner, didn't it? And credit where it's due. It was a nice goal.
Yeah, James Henry, the number 17. That's his second goal of the season in 8 appearances, and they might have a chance for another here as Aldershot come forward with Abrahams on the far side, the left. Ball floated in towards the back post. Rye was always there. Ball kept in though by Gandor. Ball over towards the back post this time and punched away by Jed Ward. That's off the hand there of Abrahams, but it'll go out for a goal kick.
Yeah, well done. Witts defended that well at back post. That was not a nice one to defend. He done well. Took a clatter in. But let's just shut the door now and keep it there. As we said, that was a nice bit of defending at the back stick. Yeah, just rally the troops and let's make sure we take carry no injuries into Saturday.
That's it, isn't it? That's the important thing from now going forward, is the fact that there are no, bodies that are injured ahead of Saturday. You think about players like Kyle Ferguson. He got up fine, but will he be, okay if they train on Friday and then go into a Saturday game?
It's always the danger, isn't it, when you're cruising? It's like you, especially when you work with a small squad like Yeovil.
Yeah,
it's this last period where it's dead. You don't want to lose bodies. That's far more important than a body at the moment.
Jones far side the left, ball in towards Gandor. He can't get the purchase on it. Rye has an opportunity. It's deflected there, and it's almost off the line there. Really
good defending. Just need the full-time whistle, really.
Yeah.
I think the boys are just checked out a little bit, which is understandable at 4-0 or 4-1 now.
2 minutes to go of the additional 6. Aldershot still coming forward, far side with Jones. Ball in over the top of Gandor there. Back with Kiban Rye. Edge of the area. Riddington chips ball over to the far post and away by Yeovil Town. Still in possession though with Aldershot. Into the box. Jones, fake shots. Tries to get a shot away. Deflects off of Cousin Dawson. He does well to get there on the second attempt, and Campbell's going to chase Claridge to get the better of him, but it will go back to Dewhurst about 10 yards outside of his penalty area. 90 seconds to go of the additional 6. Aldershot 1, Yeovil 4. Home fans around us claiming of a pulled shirt, but referee says no. Archie Taylor, right side of the D, does really well. That's a fantastic save from Jed Ward. What a shot, what a save, out for a corner.
What a nice bit of football, but what a brilliant save. That was right in the top corner as well. That was a really good save, and it's nice to see he's stayed switched on right to the end today, because he hasn't had a great deal to do, but when he has, he's done well.
Yeah, only 22 years old, Jed Ward, fingertip save. Wow. Yeah, that's all he is. Ball in from the corner, away by Yeovil, falls to Kiban Rye, edge of the area, back out wider, left side, gets the better of Pendleton and drives forward, does Jones. It's deflected and behind again for another corner far side. We've got 30 seconds of the additional, the minimum added time of 6 minutes.
Yeah, I think we've seen enough, haven't we, Josh, tonight?
Yeah.
I think
3 points go home.
Yeah, exactly. Away from home, boys have been done what they needed to do.
Both arms up for Aldershot, far side, outswinger towards Jed Ward. He's able to palm it clear, and Yeovil get it away. That's all they need to do. Goalkeeper has the ball, by the way, for the home fan saying shoot. James Henry will, though. It's always over, and that's exactly what Yeovil Town want. The referee has seen enough. The full-time whistle goes, and Yeovil are back in the win column. They win 4-1 this evening against Aldershot Town away from home. Josh Staunton, your thoughts on the 96 minutes?
A very professional away performance. I think that's the best way to sum it up. We identified pretty early what was successful, and the pace and the isolation, leaving those boys isolated up front, was what it was, and we really doubled down on it. Got us 3-0 up and just basically cruised home, really. As simple as that, mate. It was wasn't really many thrills. It wasn't much of a football match from our point of view in terms of playing through. Midfielders weren't taking on the half term, but the night didn't dictate that, and you beat what's in front of you, and the boys have done that very convincingly tonight.
Job done then. On to Saturday. Goals from Tavon Campbell, Junior Marias and Luke McCormick mean that Yeovil Town beat Aldershot here at the recreation ground. It finishes Aldershot 1, Yeovil 4.
Wow. I'm not sure how many people saw that one coming, Josh Staunton.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a closer encounter than that when we turned up tonight. But in all honesty, the mismatch of shapes, Aldershot kind of gifted 2 or 3 goals to Yeovil, and it was plain sailing from there. So a pretty comprehensive night, and I don't know if it was whose part it was a tactical decision on theirs or ours, but it definitely we benefited from it, and made it a pretty easy night for the boys.
I'd say the other results coming in tonight: Boston United 2, Braintree 0, Eastleigh 1-2-1 at home against Southend United, with Scott Bartlett watching from the stands there. Chris Todd, of course, now Director of Football there. Morecambe 1, Halifax 2, Scunthorpe 1, Boreham 1, Tamworth 1, Wealdstone 1 is the latest score in that game. Josh, this result actually lifts Yeovil above Aldershot in the table and back up into a nice mid-table spot. What do you hope that this, and it's 4-1, it was really comprehensive. The first half in particular was a really impressive performance. What do you hope this result does for the mood of the club?
I think you look at certain points in time and in a season, and kind of that can be a real springboard moment. It would have been very, very easy with all the negativity and uncertainty which has been around the place for the last 72 hours. If the boys come out here and really tried but come out the wrong side, you start questioning, have we got the right players, have we got this, have we got that, and it all becomes very, very doom and gloom, and before you know it, everyone's talking about the big R word in September, you know, and it was nice for the players today to come out here and show that if they get left as 17, 18 players, there's enough in that squad to compete, you know, and it was a message to everyone really from the players that, look, regardless of what's going on off the field, we've got a job to do on it, and I'm pleased for them. I'm proud of the players. It's not always easy to flourish in an environment which has been so turbulent, and today they've come up trumps, and they've shown there's a lot of adversity. They can face a lot of adversity in that group.
For people who've been listening tonight and maybe have gone in and out of the game, Josh, who in particular impressed you on the pitch tonight and really led the team?
It wasn't really one of those nights where someone had to really grab the game by the scruff of the neck. I was impressed by the front three. I was. The back three probably had an easy night in terms of what they've usually come up against. I thought Andrew, Tavon and Junior looked very threatening. But they were gifted. I was actually very impressed with Luke McCormick in midfield. If I was something to do with the club, I'd be looking at that and thinking, right, that's our man. We go and build a football club round for the next 3 or 4 years. He's a good age, he's got good pedigree, and he's clearly a very intelligent footballer, which he showed tonight. And I would identify him and say, look, this is our starting point. We've got a good spine of the team. The boys up the front, probably tonight a midfielder short in terms of to really control a game of football. But yeah, I would look at Luke McCormack and say there's someone there to build a football club around.
Well, so don't forget we're missing Brett McGavin tonight as well on the pitch, so that's that central midfield role you mentioned. For Yeovil, where do they need to strengthen, do you feel? Because we all know it's a very small squad at the moment, and Stuart Robbins made the point of saying Richard Dryden's going to get the funds that Danny Webb would have had, so they will be able to make it a bigger squad. If you were in control of it or had some type of influence on it, Josh, where would you like to see the money spent? What areas would you like to see a few more personnel?
To be honest, it wasn't the easiest game in the world to really identify that, if I'm being brutally honest, because it wasn't really a game where certain areas were highlighted. I think if you get Brett back into contention, it's a different dynamic in terms of the team. I'd probably say Andrew's injected a real mobility and pace which maybe wasn't there. Not that I'm the quickest or the most mobile, so don't think I'm judging anyone for 1 second.
Are you saying you couldn't outpace him?
Oh Christ, you could give me a 25-yard head start, I reckon, and he'd still get there. But yeah, it was quite a hard one. I think first of all you've got to identify what type of team you want to be. I think that's the most important thing, is what shape you're going to play, what kind of style of football do you want to play, and then you kind of build around that and build around your core players, and identify what we want to bring in. But to be honest, the boys were impressive tonight. I don't think it'd be very unfair to say for me to sit here and say you need to go and get X, Y, Z, because there was no weaknesses out there today. It's maybe just a squad which is a little bit low on confidence, a bit low on belief. There's clearly some very talented players. I think it's just about making those boys feel like they can run through a brick wall. I think that's sometimes the most powerful thing, and of course adding along the way, because it's a long old season to go with 18 players, but you've got to make sure you bring the right sort of characters in more than anything, because if you've got a really tight group, you don't want to be bringing in players who could possibly disrupt that.
Josh, I know you've got to drive back to the West Country now. When are you next out on the pitch with Paul?
I've actually got. I'll tell you what. I've got Western Supermare on Saturday in the FA Cup.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So I'm.
I saw that earlier. The coastline derby, basically, isn't it?
Yeah. I think our beach is a bit better than their beach, but.
Well, I'm not getting involved in any coastal debates here, Josh.
Yeah, I've heard bad things about the Western Supermare seaside, so I can't say I've ever been. But yeah, it should be a good game, and it's nice for the club to get a bit of royalty from the FA Cup. But. Yeah, we'll see what happens. It's made even more interesting with the departure of Scott Bartlett tonight, I think.
Yeah, and we'll probably hopefully going to reflect that in the next couple of minutes. But for now, Josh Staunton, I will let you escape. Safe journey back home, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me on tonight. I appreciate it.
No, thank you. And yeah, looking forward to hearing you on commentary duty again. That's Josh Staunton there, former Yeovil Town captain. Was over watching Aldershot against Yeovil tonight, which finished Aldershot 1, Yeovil Town 4. So Josh Perkins has now gone off to try and find Richard Dryden. Success for Richard on his return as interim manager, but we know he's going to be in charge for the rest of the season. You couldn't have wished for a better start there, really.
The midweek match.
BBC Radio Somerset Sport.
Yeah, I am Jack Kyler. We're going to get some fan reaction now. And straight away, let's go to Gemma, Yeovil Town fan. Gemma, in your wildest dreams, did you think after the few days that you've had as a Yeovil Town fan, you'd be talking about a 4-1 win?
Absolutely not, no. I do a thing with my partner and my son where we predict the scores before the game, and I don't think any of us predicted a win tonight after the last couple of days, but obviously absolutely fantastic win, and sounds like the lads really pulled together and have got a real sort of togetherness after the last chaotic couple of days, to say the least.
I mean, how much credit needs to go to Richard Dryden and the players, because obviously Danny leaving on Sunday in such abrupt circumstances and the news just filtering down to them. I mean, Stuart Robbins was really frank and said he told the players Monday morning. That's when they found out. So their whole week of plans has completely changed straight away. How much credit needs to go to Richard Dryden and the squad for reacting in this way?
Oh, huge credit, absolutely. You know, this time last week, you know, we weren't expecting to be in this position, so like you said, the whole week and the whole sort of season really has been turned sort of upside down. So yeah, to go from such extreme circumstances from sort of over the weekend and from Monday even to get that result tonight is just fantastic. So yeah, full credit to the players and to Richard, really.
I asked Josh this question a moment ago, and we knew that Danny was gonna do it, but the money being spent on the squad now in the coming weeks, where do you feel it needs to be invested to keep the club pushing forward and to keep, hopefully, momentum building?
I would say probably defence at the moment. It's a little bit slim. Obviously Whittle, it was nice to hear him come back on for 10-15 minutes at the end. Obviously he's been out injured for a couple of weeks. Pendleton is fantastic for his age, but obviously injuries and potentially suspensions coming in sort of in the next couple of months or so. I think that is probably the area we need to look at increasing the most. Obviously,
especially as you don't know what Richard Dryden wants in terms of formation yet, really.
Yeah, no, exactly. From what I can gather at the moment, he's still sort of playing Cooper's formation, which is understandable. But yeah, I think definitely defence, and obviously Andrew coming in on, was it Friday? I think he joined on loan.
He did.
Great addition to the team, and he looked fantastic against Tamworth on Saturday. But so potentially another sort of striker or winger somewhere that can add a little bit of pace to the team would be good. But yeah, mainly for me, I would say the defence.
And a quick word on Luke McCormick, because he really has hit the ground in the last couple of weeks and started showing what he's more than capable of and chipping in with a fair few goals as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Great to see him on the score sheet again tonight. And a moment that stands out for me was actually in pre-season against Bath, where he contributed to all 3 goals in that game. And he just looks levels above the other players, full credit to the team and things. But he does really stand out at the moment for me personally.
Well, Gemma, I'll let you escape. I'm at the Altrincham game on Saturday. I'm guessing you will be there as well?
Yeah, me and my little boy will be there, so we shall see you there on Saturday.
And fingers crossed, a similar scoreline in terms of... So we've got plenty to talk about afterwards. That's amazing. Gemma, have a good evening, and thank you very much for coming on.
Cheers, Jack.
That's Gemma, Yeovil Town fan there. You're listening to Midweek Match with me, Jack Kyler. It finished tonight, Aldershot Town 1, Yeovil Town 4. Squeeze your reaction into the next 10 minutes of the programme. You can drop me a text, 81333, just start your message with the word Somerset. We'll try and get to Richard Dryden before 10pm, but Josh Perkins is out somewhere in Aldershot searching for him at the moment. As soon as we've got that audio, we will bring it to you.
He scored goals, lifted trophies and broken records along the way.
And now he's got a podcast.
Welcome to the Wayne Rooney Show.
Twice a week, Wayne Rooney, Kay Kurd and me, Kelly Summers, break down the biggest stories in the Premier League and beyond.
As much as you'd like to say it, loyalty in football now is non-existent, whether that's from players or managers.
Plus, we'll hear the funniest, wildest and most outrageous stories from Wayne's career.
The Wayne Rooney Show.
It's what everybody's talking about.
Watch an iPlayer, listen on Towns.
Right, we got some other full times to bring you from tonight's other games. We're going to start off with Huddersfield against Man City with Conor McNamara.
As the final whistle blows, and City have done the job tonight. They did not blow the doors off, but they have got the job done. The goals from Phil Foden in the first half, from Savinho in the second half, and Pep Guardiola's team with little drama. Well, a solid effort from Huddersfield. They haven't let themselves down here by any stretch. And you think of all those heavy defeats that Tommy Smith suffered over the years. This one looks much better in comparison, doesn't it? It's 2-0 to Manchester City tonight.
Spurs were in action tonight. They had Doncaster at home.
Job done for Spurs. Brennan Johnson makes it 3-0 with the last kick of the game. Spurs broke the deadlock through Jean Paulino, an overhead kick. A Jay McGrath own goal made it 2, and then obviously this flying finish from Brennan Johnson has made it 3 and seen Spurs safely through to the 4th round. The Doncaster keeper Ian Lawler was excellent tonight, made a real string of saves in the first half. Second half, a bit more tame. Steve Thomas Frank's side won't waste Doncaster. They lack quality in the final third, but their highlight, a dipping volley from Owen Bailey. Di Canio West enforced a real stunning save from Antonin Kinski, who tipped it onto the post. Spurs, ball number 16 in the draw. They've beaten Doncaster Rovers by 3-0.
And one more roundup for you as Newcastle took on Bradford. Here's Ellie Barber.
Newcastle begin their trophy defence with a hugely professional, really competent performance. Great energy, intensity, some lovely passages of play from the home side, with 2 goals from Will Oshalat and 2 goals from Joe Linton, his first goals of 2025. But the pick of them came the way of the visitors and couldn't have been more special for 34-year-old Newcastle fan Andy Cook. He fought back from an ACL injury picked up last season. He finally got to grace the surface of the team he's watched since a young boy. His 88th goal for Bradford City, and no doubt his most memorable. It was a cracking finish too off the underside of the bar, but that's as much magic as we got in this cup tie, as Newcastle really outclassed their League One opponents. Onwards they go. It finished Newcastle 4, Bradford City 1.
And Port Vale 0, Arsenal 2 is the other full-time score in the League Cup tonight. For Nottingham Forest, they were 2-1 up in their return to European football. They're playing the Europa League tonight. Is now 2-2 away at Real Betis in the last couple of minutes. They're getting reaction from some Yeovil Town fans tonight to that 4-1 away win. Oldcombe Green just got in touch to say, when is Josh going to be the defensive coach at the club? I'm assuming you're talking about Josh Staunton rather than Josh Perkins. I've never seen Josh Perkins defend a corner. He might be good. He might not. I'll put the question in though, Oldcombe Green. Thank you very much. If you've got a couple more minutes to get your questions in, go for it. Wanted to reflect on another bit of news we heard tonight, a change at Weston-super-Mare, where we know that Scott Bartlett, after more than 300 games in charge, has left the club to join Eastleigh. In the last few minutes, he has given an interview to BBC Solent, and we can hear it now.
Well, it's a club I've known well. I'm based in, always, all my family are based in right in the south, sort of Salisbury based. So, we were rivals back in the day, Salisbury and Eastleigh back then. So I've seen the I've seen the club where it started and where it is now. Obviously started my coaching journey a little while ago, and look, if you could cherry pick a club to go to for the next step of the development, I think this is a perfect one.
And what's the target that you've been set, or you're setting yourself with Eastleigh?
Yeah, look, I think we should, get familiar with everything initially. I think the squad's full of quality, should be a lot higher up the table, and initially it'll be about getting to know the players, getting the best out of them by giving them confidence, and a real tough team to beat. But look, we want to just win as many games as we can, see where that takes us.
You've had some fantastic seasons at Weston-super-Mare. I guess you wanted to challenge yourself at a higher level. Was it easy to make the switch?
Yes, it was easy because I'm ambitious. It was the right time. I think we've given Weston a really good proportion of our early career, if you like. We've had 6 or 7 brilliant years there, and it's been year on year progress, and they've enabled us, in fairness, to just get on with the job and really develop ourselves. But also we've left that club in a really good position, so really happy with that. But obviously, with that comes some interest, and we've had a little bit, and there's over the last few years, but nothing's really excited me like this one. So look, I can't wait to get going. Looking forward to the game tonight. I want to see the players. The staff have been outstanding, and look, I think there's a lot to come.
In terms of a message to the supporters, do you have one? It obviously helps if you get bigger crowds.
Yeah, of course. Like, the more the merrier, isn't it? Like, I think it's a really important relationship mainly between the players and the supporters. Actually, that bond that they can have. We found that over the years. We've had year-on-year sort of growth where we've been before. I think because we've kept a settled team and a settled group together. The fans here have always been brilliant, and I'm sure they'll welcome the work ethic of the team, and we'll try and give them something to cheer about from minute one.
And working with Chris Todd as your director of football?
Yeah, well, I played with Toddy a long time ago, it seems now, but at Salisbury, and I worked with him at Forest Green as well. So in our little circle of kind of ex-teammates that are in coaching in the southwest, Toddy and I know a lot of people, so it was a no-brainer. He's someone I've worked with and known for a long time, so it wouldn't have made a massive difference if he wasn't here, but him being here is gonna, we'll be starting this journey together, and hopefully we can achieve something.
Scott Bartlett there, reflecting on leaving Weston-super-Mare to become the new manager at Eastleigh.
The midweek match.
BBC Radio Somerset.
Thank you for listening this evening. It's just approaching 10 o'clock. I've been Jack Kyler. Thank you to Toby as well on the other side of the glass for helping out tonight. On an evening where Yeovil Town defied all the critics for the last few days and all the fairly unexpected events of the last few days, and really put on a performance away from home at Aldershot.
Marias will pick the ball up as well, drives inside the box. Marias takes a shot, well saved, and towards goal. It's gone in, Yeovil have scored. Tavon Campbell gets the final touch. Marias initially takes the shot on that far hand side, the left, comes off of the keeper, rebounded towards Campbell, and on 11 minutes, Yeovil are in front. It's Aldershot 0, Yeovil 1. Marias cuts inside, takes a shot, and it's 2! Marias gets his 4th of the season. Again, I think it comes off of an Aldershot body on the way through. That doesn't matter. Approaching 21 minutes. It's Aldershot 0, Yeovil 2. Yeovil come forward. Oliver Bore screaming for it. It doesn't matter. Macca 3-0. Luke McCormick with his 3rd in 4. Slides towards the far side corner flag. Easy as you like. On the break. Curling shot towards the bottom right-hand corner. 25 minutes played. Aldershot 0, Yeovil 3.
It's straight to us.
Down goes, penalty. Yeovil Town get the penalty. James Plant goes driving in to the penalty area. It looked a little bit soft, if I'm going to be honest with you, but James Plant goes down, wins his team a penalty. Yeah, James Plant doing all the right things, getting the right side. Tavon Campbell goes through and gets Yeovil's 4th. This 2nd of the afternoon, goes the left side of the goal. Dewhurst goes the right, and on 63 minutes, it's Aldershot 0, Yeovil 4.
Finished 4-1. Thank you to Callum for getting in touch. Amazing performance from the boys tonight. I am buzzing. Best of luck to Jerry Gill as welcome back to the club. Yeah, Jerry Gill now the assistant manager after Chris Todd left. We'll give you more reaction as we move through the week. And then, of course, we've got Altrincham on Saturday. The next full commentary, I'll be there at Hewish Park for that one. Whatever you're up to for the next few days, thank you for tuning in. Have a good week and we'll speak again soon.
On the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker,
play BBC Radio Somerset,
and on your radio.
The sound of the county is
BBC Radio Somerset.
At 10 with the BBC News, I'm Anna Murray. Good evening. The government's considering financial support for companies in Jaguar Land Rover's supply chain, which have been badly hit by the temporary shutdown of its factories. The car firm has been the victim of a cyber attack. Production suspended until the beginning of next month. Sources say the government's considering buying component parts from suppliers to tide them over until factories reopen, or setting up a furlough scheme to pay workers. Plans to extend high-speed rail across the north of England have been delayed because of concerns over long-term costs. A government source has told the BBC that it remained committed to the project, known as Northern Powerhouse Rail, but that it was determined not to repeat what it said were the previous government's failures over the high-speed 2 line. Here's our economics editor, Faisal Islam.
A high-speed rail line connecting Liverpool, Manchester Airport and the centre of Manchester is a central piece of the overall Northern Powerhouse Rail project, aimed at cutting travel times between the major northern cities and boosting the UK economy outside of London. The Department of Transport is understood to have proposed a specific plan to the Treasury in order to release funds worth up to £1.5 billion ahead of building work to begin around 2030. But it's understood more time is being taken to ensure that the project has been fully scoped out before pushing ahead, an HS2 mistake the government wants to avoid.
Giant rocks are going to be brought by sea down the coastline to help shore up one of England's best loved beaches. It comes amid fears that Blackpool Beach could be completely eroded in the next 10 years if steps aren't taken now to protect it. A special exhibition started to let people have their say. Steve Ball is from Blackpool Council.
Concerns are aesthetics, the view, the classic view of Blackpool and the tower and the piers, but our head of tourism sees that positively. She potentially sees it as an attraction where we could have a sound and light experience and get people out of the cars when they come to illuminations.
Oxford scientists say any amount of alcohol consumption may increase the risk of dementia in the most comprehensive study of alcohol and dementia to date. Led by the University of Oxford, Yale and Cambridge, the research challenges previous suggestions that light to moderate drinking may have a protective effect against dementia. And a vegetable grower from Gloucester is hoping his £800 pumpkin will squash the opposition at the Giant Veg National Championship on Friday. Graham Barrett is using a forklift to take the pumpkin to the competition in Malvern. He already holds 4 world records for his giant vegetables.
You need good seed. You need to spend a lot of time preparing the ground, getting the right nutrients in, making soil tests. And you need good weather, which is what we have had this summer. And you need a lot of good luck.
And you can see more of this story and the rest of the day's news on the BBC News website. It's coming up to 3 minutes past 10.
The Late Show with Becky Want.
BBC
Radio Somerset.
Hello. How are you doing? Let me know. That's what we call clocking on for The Late Show.